first, Draxon is gonna like sort of scoot over
Scoot
and
over. Okay.
is going to reach out and just like very gently
Reach out, touch
close
space.
close the moon elf's eyes and basically mutter a prayer in Elvish. Though it sounds very weird coming from this colossal beefcake.
Hmm.
Uh,
Unironically enough, Cynthia knows Elvish. Does not remember where she learned it from, but she
uh,
knows it.
uh, Thanks for the follow. If you don't mind, add me on Discord. Maybe I do mind. Maybe I do mind. That's a very bot couple of messages there. Especially after I just hit go live again there.
Yep.
Mingle the next.
Okay.
But I appreciate the
Um,
follow anyway.
so you close the dead elf's eyes and mutter your elven prayer. I assume that you've moved up closer and knelt down to where he's lying on the floor. Um,
I can type.
Pretty much, yeah.
okay. Um, yeah, nothing strange happens. You are, since the body is in the doorway, the door hasn't been able to close. So you can see down the curving hallway that leads deeper into the uh, fourth level of the temple, the inner temple. Um, and you don't see anything moving down that hallway. Uh, but beyond that, there's nothing much you guys can see. There's enough room in this landing, this hallway landing, before it goes up a set of stairs to the next level, um, for you guys all to crowd quietly around this fallen elf and inspect the local environs and the elf itself, or the elf himself. Is there anything anybody wants to do?
When Hopi hears that the fight is over, she wants to come up and investigate and see what's going on.
Okay. Either you can float above everybody's heads, or you can slip through their feet and
It'll fly.
po-
She's faster, honestly.
right. Okay. Um, yeah, it's easy enough to get up there, mix and mingle amongst your buddies, floating above them on the broom, get a good heads down view over the entire situation. Uh, the, the the only thing that really draws your eyes about this situation, um, beyond the strange crystallizing remnants of the wounds that likely killed this elf, is that single octarine uh, crystal lying on the floor next to the corpse.
Okay, guys, look, the account that commented was made today. Ban.
Yep. Yikes. Um. See, I can do. I would have dropped the moonbeam as soon as I heard the fight was over.
Very good. Does anybody else want to do anything?
We have removed him from the door, right?
Yes. Draxon has cut him free, or cut the bowstring that held him suspended from the doorknob and allowed him to crumple to the floor and closed his eyes and muttered a elven prayer.
I'll go in the door he was stuck on, see if there's anything in there.
Okay. You squeeze past Draxon and step over the Moon Elves corpse and step into the hallway beyond the where the battle took place. What would you like to do? Are you going to continue down the hall and begin investigating? Are you going to move up to the nearest door you can see on either side of the hallway?
Oh, I was gonna go in the door that the ranger was stuck on.
Yes, that door is the door that is an entrance to a hallway, a long hallway. And on either side of the curving hallway that runs around the circumference of the circular tower building, there are doors.
I'll go in the first door on the left.
Okay. You leave your companion.
I want to cast the identify spell on the crystal.
Okay. Are you going to be ritually casting it? Or are you going to burn a spell slot?
No, I have that spell prepared, so I don't need to ritually cast it.
Okay.
Cast it normal.
And according to the description of the spell, does it say that it requires you to touch the item and touch it?
That's a good question. Let me try.
It does.
It does? Okay.
Yeah, it required to touch it for that spell. I remember that when I've used it before. Good spell.
You get out.
Yeah, you must touch throughout the casting spell. Okay. Yeah.
You get out your material components, your pearl, your owl feather, and you float down on your broom and you reach out to touch the crystal on the floor and begin to mutter the words. As your finger makes contact with the crystal, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, shit.
Oh.
That's a nat one immediately.
Okay.
Oh.
That's no good.
Oh.
The
That
word
goes
the word
ill.
the words for the identify spell completely crumble in your mind as your finger makes contact with the crystal and you feel a surge of power roll forth from the crystal and into you, surging, welling, undefined, awaiting your command, chaotic, rolling magic power. And you immediately grab hold of it with your entire hand and bring it up close to you to peer at it. And as you are peering at it, as it's sitting in the palm of your hand, it begins to sink into your flesh. And I need you to make I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
And all of a sudden you just hear Pokiki go, "My precious."
Can Draxon help?
I will gladly leave it open to anybody who would like to roll a insight check at this moment as Pokiki's
You know what?
behavior switches from casting a information-based learning spell to eyes filled with avarice and quickly snatching up the item and bringing it up closer to her. The moment the crystal contacted her, the crystal flared with magical light from internally.
I will do that because I have a +7.
You, Yahasuri, are down the hall, getting ready to grab hold of the doorknob on the left-hand side of the hallway. This is happening behind you. You see the flare of magical light. You begin to turn to look to see what's going on.
I rolled a 16.
A 16 is pretty good.
I got a 13.
A
What I was trying to
13.
say.
I rolled a
Ooh.
19 plus 7,
Okay.
which is what? 26?
Well, hopefully we can do something because my con save was a 10.
No.
Ouch. Okay. So, Sophia, no
Is it
no clue
12?
on the her check. And Drax, did you say yours was a 16?
Yes.
And Cynthia, yours was a
13.
13. So only Drax.
What about me?
Son- you're
You're
too
down the
far
hall.
away.
But
You instantly turn and realize, oh shit, something bad's gonna happen. I need to stop this, but you're too far away. Drax, however,
Dash.
there is a flare of a old memory. You don't know why, you don't know how, but you've seen something like this before, and you know that a majority of the time it's bad. And you should not let it continue to happen. What do you do?
So it's sinking into Pokiki's hand, right?
It looks like it's trying to merge with her flesh. It looks like the edges of her flesh is beginning to boil and mutate.
Take the hand.
Jackson is gonna
Oh,
like
shit.
one hand onto Pokiki, the other extending into 3-inch claws, is gonna grab the crystal and huck it to the other side of the room.
Okay. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I've been wondering before that, could I actually give, like, Braxton, like, a bardic inspiration?
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
as you are
hell?
confusingly, you don't know what's going on, but you get a feeling something's bad. You just quite weren't able to react quick enough, but you can see he is. If you wanted to, at this
Okay.
moment, give him bardic inspiration.
Yeah! Come on,
Go
you
for
can
it.
do it!
Is that-
That's literally
what-
what she says. You can do it as she
What die is it
fires
again?
him.
What
It's a
die is
D8.
your D8? Okay.
D8. Yeah, it's very helpful. It's
Oh.
probably helpful.
Oh. So saving throw, right?
Yes, wisdom saving throw.
All right, that is a 19 plus 2, so that is a 21.
Hey.
Okay, you resist.
Nope, that shit.
You straight up
My
steal
inspiration
your
works.
mind. You steal your mind. You grab hold of the crystal. You can feel the corrupting whispers of power battering against your mental defenses, and with a flick of your wrist, you huck it across the room. It clatters across the floor. The light slowly dims until it goes back to a normal, faint, octarine pulse of light. And
I'll never
it
touch that thing again.
does. Let's see here. What would the damage for your claws do?
That would be 1d4 plus 4 slashing.
Go ahead and roll that.
Where are my d4s?
Good
Oh.
question.
I don't know.
Let me
That is
guess,
gonna
max
be an
damage?
8.
Ooh.
Okay, Pokiki, you take 8 points of damage as the flesh that was melding with the crystal is ripped free from the palm of your hand, leaving a strip of bare flesh that is just missing, almost down to the bone. And the edges of the flesh are still tingling with corruption. I need you to roll a d6.
After that, can I have Cynthia cast Cure Wounds on Pokiki?
Yes, please,
Yes,
because I
you
also didn't cure it myself. I never healed after the last fight. So I'm currently at 29 out of 44.
Sophia did give you 3d8 healing. Did you not write that down?
I must not have.
Once you guys got back into the building, she hit you with the healing.
Okay, so how much?
Let me just roll 3d8 again because I don't remember what she rolled then. That is 6, 7 plus her modifier, which is plus 4. So that's 11 points of healing that you would have received back then. Then
Side note,
minus
I'm glad
the-
we have
then
no
minus the
pure
8.
alphas in this fucking chat.
Okay, I'm almost back up to full
That
then.
Stupid 6-7 mean.
6, 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Cynthia wanted to snap off her healing spell as well,
She's gonna so it's Cure Wound, so since it's the new one and it's first level, it's gonna be 2d8. Okay, I think I'm probably maxing her out here because 11 plus 5 is 16.
nice. Okay, 60 more points of healing. I do
Okay,
need
I'm back up to full.
I do need your lovely Pokiki to roll the d6 for the mutation.
D6 do I feel good about right now?
Do you
Where is
have
my
any?
calculator?
Do you have any current mutations or levels of exhaustion?
I do have 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay, so you need to roll a 3 or higher on a
Or
d6.
no, I don't. No, my
Oh,
exhaustion
then
is 0.
you need to roll a 2 or
I
higher.
did have
I
one,
have
but I've rested
exhaustion.
since then, so I no longer have exhaustion.
Yes. Okay.
I still have a level of exhaustion.
So yeah, no
that I
extra
keep
bad.
forgetting about.
It's a 4.
A 4, you're good. You resist
Okay.
the mutation. No rolling on the
Yay.
mutation table. But you could feel that it was very close to trying to alter you. That raw power, you felt as though there was unrestrained access to your magic. You could feel your physical body beginning to change and strengthen. Your thoughts started to speed up. Whatever that crystal is, it's dangerous, but it's powerful.
And don't ever touch it though.
At least
Yeah,
not with your
Touch.
bare flesh.
Yeah.
Draxon is still like holding Pokeki with one hand, just very protectively.
Oh.
And
It's
Cynthia is
okay.
literally just reaching out her hand and just casting Cure Wounds on her, probably easily as she like hums a little tune because she uses music
Thanks,
to.
guys.
Okay.
Draxon's gonna look.
Don't
Just
touch
gonna
it.
Don't touch
Draxon's gonna
any
look over
weird
Pokeki.
I was
things.
gonna cast Identify, but
I don't think that was gonna work.
Sophia
No,
goes
yeah, I
think
over
that's
and sits down and begins setting out the ritual casting components for Analyze, which does not require touch. And she says, if you
I
guys
almost
want...
went Analyze, but I'm like, no, I'll do Identify this time. Stupid.
Otherwise, probably would have been better.
Sophia says, if you guys want to check out the surrounding area, it'll take me 10 minutes to do this, and I'll see what I can find out about it.
Meanwhile, Hatsuri's just still slowly
Yeah.
opening the door.
Also,
Watching.
what was the general reaction to Draxon just suddenly having 3-inch long claws that just extended from his fingers?
That seems useful.
Good question.
I mean, I'd say for this party, it's pretty normal. I mean, there's a almost 7-foot tall dragonborn with long black elven hair.
Yeah.
And then we got a vampire that's probably ended up hulking out once before that probably surprised everyone.
Also fair.
Yeah,
But
I
they
saw it.
won't
I just
have-
haven't said anything yet.
Yeah, neither has
No one talked about it.
neither has Yahazuri,
So,
because we
no
Okay.
one, no
had to
one
run
has
from
said
the
anything
spiders.
about your claws, so. Spiders, yeah, the spiders were awful.
Yahasuri.
Mhm.
Roll a dexterity saving.
Oh,
fuck.
Oh,
Ah.
Riley's gonna check for traps.
oh my God! Did my webcam go out again?
Oh no.
It's a nat 20 though.
Oh good. You managed to jump
Plus-
back out
plus-
of the way as the
Plus 7 for
closet door
27.
opens and about 4 or 5 mops, brooms, and other buckets and pails and other shelving apparatus collapse and fall out of the closet that you just opened. Apparently, somebody tossed everything in there in a rush.
That's funny.
There we go.
I love that.
Got it back this time.
But you managed to jump back out of the way. A couple of the broom and mop handles are now sticking out of the room. And as you can see, just beyond the now open door, one of the shelves has slightly tilted over and is being held upright on the edge of the door. The top of the door caught on the underside of the top of one of the shelves. Number of the stuff like buckets, cleaning rags, and other
Bucket.
sundry materials have slid off the shelves and clattered to the floor amongst the brooms and the mops and whatnot.
I found the cleaning supplies.
I don't think that's helpful right now, unless you want to go and
I'll have a look and see if
you want
there's,
to go and try to clean everything.
because you said everything was kind of thrown in there a rush. So I'll take a quick little look see to see if there's anything that's maybe not a cleaning supply.
Okay.
And I'll have Grisham look in there too for advantage.
Okay.
Um.
Give me a strength check first,
Oh. The
just to
strength.
see if you can push the shelf back off of the door so nothing else collapses.
While
Oh,
that's happening, can Draxon inspect the broom handles to see how sturdy the wood is?
Yeah, it looks like old quality, well crafted. Anything in this area that's made from wood seems to be very well crafted.
okay.
This
Okay.
is, or once was, a Moon Elven city before it was left to rule.
All right. I'm just gonna stop doing things now so I can save these because that's a second nat 20 in a row.
Oh, okay, yeah. You
Yeah.
easily managed to get your hand on the shelf, push it back up against the wall, kick some of the crap out of the way that is loose on the floor, that was applying pressure to the base shelves and causing it to fall towards the door. You managed to shove the door all the way open now against the shelves on the other side of the room. And you find yourself looking at a small 10 by 10 chamber, lots of crates and barrels against the far wall opposite the door. There's large shelves to the right and the left against the walls of the room. And there's a small round porthole-like window made with clear glass that seems to look out into the inner courtyard of the temple itself. But of course, you'd have to like climb over all the junk and the crates and the barrels to get over to it if you wanted to look. What did you roll for that investigation check?
Oh well, I just rolled for the strength first. Let's roll. Well, neither are good, but total of 10 is better than a nat 1.
True.
So 10.
You look through the supplies here. There's ceramic jugs, apparently with cleaning supplies in there. There is buckets. There's a pile of dirty rags in what looks like a disused barrel that's been turned into a rag barrel. There's clean rags stacked up on the shelf behind the door. Um, Now, unless you break open some of the crates or barrels against the far wall under the windowsill, you don't really see much out of place here that wouldn't be in a general supply cleaning closet.
All right. All right. Nothing to report.
And
So
yes,
you just
the
found a closet cleaning supplies.
all of the things in here that are made from wood, even the shelves, are all beautiful crafted, elven, engraved, vines and nature scenes. Um, there's even beautiful elven logos depicting the temple's holy symbol on the crates and the barrels. Uh,
All right. All right. All right.
but beyond that, your investigation check doesn't turn up anything.
All right. Just a cleaning closet.
Yep. No skeletal corpses in the corners. Um, with the light coming in from outside through the small window, there's enough light in here to see by. There are some shadows, but you're pretty sure that there's nothing hiding in any of the shadows. Yeah, and all the woodcraft in here, according to Draxon, is very well made. Beautiful elven
Speaking of
craft.
which, Draxon is just grabbing all the brooms.
Okay, you find 3 or 4 brooms, and probably just as many mops. They were apparently just tossed in here haphazardly, and it looks as though one of them, or maybe multiple of them, had dislodged the shelf from the wall to the point where it had started to tip, but the brooms and the mops were holding it up until the door opened and knocked the brooms and the mops out of the way, and then the shelf came crashing down on top of the door, and through it. But yeah, you do notice that one of the brooms in the closet does have like ivy vines carved up and down the length of it. Very well preserved, but it's a simple straw broom.
So Draxon's gonna keep that one separate from the others. And it's just gonna turn back to everyone else. I found good wood for javelins.
Oh, that works.
All right.
Or firewood. I don't know which yet.
What is what?
Okay.
That's what she said.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Pokiki, Cynthia, what are you going to be doing while Drax and Yahasuri are inspecting the room?
Look as well. Fly and see if there's anything he missed.
Yeah, I guess I'll look as well. Actually, are there any other rooms and such they haven't checked out
Ooh.
yet?
Yeah, they're standing in the doorway of this storage closet, but they are also standing in a long, curving hallway that runs the circumference of the tower. So you can't see very far into the distance down the hallway because of the curvature, but every 20 to 30 feet or so, there's a door on both the right and the left hand side of the hallway. So there is a door directly across from where Yahasuri and Draxton are looking into the storeroom.
I'll look at that door. See if there's anything in there.
Okay, let's see. Fourth floor again. Across from the storage. Okay, so this is on the outer wall of the temple. Okay. The door opens easily. It's not locked. And there is light in the room. Again, it's a small 10 by 10 room. It seems to be a small, simple bed chamber. There's a one-person bed in one corner. There's a desk against the opposite wall. There's a little nightstand in between the bed and the dresser against the outer wall. And just above that nightstand is one of those little round porthole windows that would allow somebody to look outside of the temple into the temple grounds and the grove that surrounds the temple.
I got a nat 20 for my investigation check of the closet.
Oh,
Wardrobe.
okay. You can find one thing
It's gonna be
that
really funny if there's nothing interesting there.
there is one thing that that Draxton and Yahasuri missed. Hanging from a nail on the back of the door, there's a clipboard with a number of sheets of parchment. And it looks as though it's a daily checkoff list for what rooms have been serviced by whoever maintains and the last date on the lists was probably you actually don't recognize the date. But make a history check.
Okay. I'm good at history. I say as I roll another nat 1. What the fuck?
Well,
So
according
that's a
to
7.
let's see here. Let me get
What
a
the
little.
hell?
You know,
So nat 1 plus 7. Let's see here.
well, your dice didn't like you last week, and then they're continuing it on this week.
They're back with a vengeance this
I
week.
got a nat 20 to find a checklist.
But then nothing.
Wow. Yeah.
Well,
Well, if anyone else wants to look at it.
So it notates the 6th month, 27th day of 437 AE. And you're pretty sure that you are currently in 139 AG, which is AG stands for after Godfall. So
I don't know what AE.
AE might be the previous era before God, because when Godfall happened, since it hit the whole world, the Empire reset the calendars because everything was so crazy. Then it was such a world-changing event that a new age had been declared by the powers that be and agreed upon by the temples that this was a historically important event. Now, seeing as this isn't a natural 1 failure leads to a bad thing, and you have a 7 with your modifier, that's the basic you can understand, but The
wood.
last time this place was serviced was a while ago.
Now
Long time ago,
definitely
before
close it
Godfall,
down.
God.
Yeah.
here's a question. Kind of
Does
out of.
Draxon know?
I was gonna say, does Draxon know?
What
Oh.
AE?
That's a good
Does
point.
Drexen know?
If it's pointed out to him,
Do you
Yeah,
do you,
I
do you
would have
want
like
to
showed
ask?
the checklist.
Do you want to
It
ask
seems
him
like this- yeah,
What's
I'm gonna
the-
ask in character.
what's
like,
the last date he remembers?
Yeah, what's the last date you remember? Because this checklist seems to be before Godfall, and I don't recognize this era AE. Does that sound familiar to you?
Do I have to make a history check?
Yes, you do.
Alright,
Oh,
let's go. -2. Fuck.
But did you
I
use your
completely
bardic that
missed my
she gave
dice
you
tower
before?
somehow. What was that?
Did you use the
Don't forget.
bardic already that somebody gave her, or did you
Yes.
end up not using it? You already used
Yes,
it. Okay.
I used it immediately to get that gem out of you.
Okay, that's fair.
I've-
Okay.
guys, I got it. AE stands for after eclairs.
After Eclair.
Amazing Eclair. It's for amazing Eclair.
Oh, yeah,
It's a
amazing
pastry
Eclair.
shop.
For reference,
Yeah, it's a
my
wonderful
history
pastry shop in my hometown.
For reference, the history modifier is a -2.
Okay.
You
So
know
I rolled
what?
a -1.
Oh,
Oh
nice.
god.
I
You
rolled a
got a
nat
negative
1.
one.
All right. You know
Okay.
what?
I rolled
You
fucking
got a
nat
-1 history
Why did we
check.
both get nat ones for this specific thing?
Since I'm there, I'll look too. Why not? I only have a +1 to history.
I'd be surprised if Cynthia would know considering her memory loss.
16
Try it
for
out.
history while we're all three of us are looking at this clipboard.
He's going,
16. Let's see here.
I rolled 15 plus 1.
Meanwhile, my ass rolled a -1. I don't remember shit.
I still think it's so funny that we both rolled nat ones for
Yeah,
this.
you slept through history class. That was it.
Okay,
It was a good nap.
Yeah.
so
I'm sorry, I
Yahasuri
had to.
Yahasuri looks at it, and there's been a number of eras over the last 4,000 to 5,000 years of recorded history. And a lot of the stuff that happened before the gods fled beyond the veil and left the world in the hands of the people to determine what they were going to do with the world in their lives. There had been what Yahasuri remembers, according to history, the first era, according to what old scholars had been able to determine, was approximately 950 million years long. And this was the time of the birth of the sun, the gods creating their astrological signs across the heavens, the forging of the world, the quenching of the still glowing earth, vapor rising and creation of the sky, and the gods breathing life into all things on the world. That was the first era, according to most scholars. The second era is denoted by the first immortals being created by the gods. The elder races known as the elves, the dwarves, the dragons, the giants, etc. Then, during the second era, was the Chaos War, when elemental chaos tried to fight back against the gods, trying to create this, um, you know, uh, physical manifestation of law and reality and beings, um, and chaos itself, which the world and the stars and everything were formed from, was fighting back against the gods' attempt at creating this physical reality that you guys all now call your world. And this is just off the top of your head, basic descriptions. Each one of these eras after the first era, um, as the number of years in that era counted out, when something really big happened and a new era began, they usually reset the calendar.
Mhm.
And at the end of the second era, um, at the end of the Chaos War, that was the beginning of, um, let's see here, the beginning of a new calendar. But it was still part of the second era, which is confusing, but that's history for you. But after chaos had been pushed back, mortal races began to be added to the world. Um, and then there was the Zealot Wars, where the gods and their worshippers began to fight these great battles across the width and breadth of the world. And then uh, at the end of that era, the second era, the gods said, no, we are doing more damage than good. We need to take the evil gods and step beyond the veil and just leave this world to progress without it. And that was the end of the second era.
Mhm.
And that was the beginning of the third era. And Godfall, although the calendar was reset, is still a part of the third era. But before the calendar was reset, the third era got up to about 400 and some odd years before Godfall happened and the calendar reset. It is still technically the third era, but if the
Mhm.
date on that clipboard is correct, it's most likely um, the the end of the previous calendar, but not the end of the current era.
Ah, so
Does that make sense?
yeah, so
And
before
Yamasuri
Godfall.
just kind of, yeah, before Godfall, near the end of the old calendar, um, most likely before
So,
the Moon Elves fled or abandoned this city
so if I
to
remember
go
correctly, you
wherever else.
said Godfall was like 150, 160 years ago. So,
According to this, about 139 years ago currently.
uh-huh. All right.
Hmm.
Now, sure he says all that. And if anybody's looking at it weird, he goes, what? Before we were kicked out of the Dragonborn city, my mother made me read a lot.
Yeah, she was a high priestess in the temple. You were probably well studied.
Yeah.
We
Well, okay
Alright. Well,
then.
it's been a long time since this
A
place was
new,
inhabited, definitely.
Meanwhile,
very
Draxon here
long
has a
time.
hard time with numbers.
How many fingers
You
am I
you were
holding up?
asleep.
She's holding
You
up
were
3.
asleep when this was written.
yeah,
You were still sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, what would you guys like to do now? Cynthia,
Probably
would you
go
like
look
to
around.
continue
Yeah.
to explore the room that you opened?
Please, investigation.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll.
Okay, so that's a +4. 19.
Hmm?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find some expensive ink and paper in the drawers of the desk. Probably not worth more than a couple gold pieces, but to anybody who um, creates scrolls or uh, has a cartography set and needs ink and paper resupply,
Um,
it
so
would probably be quite
probably
useful.
Cynthia,
Yeah.
who has cartography proficiency and
I believe wizards
tools.
could also make use of it to add to their spell books.
Yeah.
I figured on that one. It's just none of us are in the wizards. None of us are wizards here.
Yeah.
Honestly, fair.
Well, hi everybody.
Like
I'm a wizard.
bard. Got a bard, an astrologian, uh, Thorlock, a ranger, and a barbarian. That's probably the least spellcasting person in the party. That knows that basically goes. You hit there. That's all you need to know.
That you know of.
Okay.
No, we
As
don't.
you guys are finishing checking up those first two runes, you hear a gasp from back near the stairs in the stairwell landing just outside the hall door.
Wait, gasps?
Drexy's gonna rush over.
Yeah,
Um,
Pokey is that.
Drax,
Oh,
as you guys rush back over, Drax is the first to see. Um, Sophia is sitting cross-legged. She has her tome
Oh,
floating
yeah.
open off to the side,
I
and she
forgot
has a
Sophia was
page
back in that
open
room.
with ritual magic spell, the details written in it, and um, in front of her, she has created this chalk circle around where that crystal landed, and she's placed some candles. She's got some incense burning, the usual ritual magic preparations necessary for casting a ritual spell. And she has both of her hands raised up in the air, about 2 feet apart on either side of where the crystal is floating in the air and pulsing with energy. And you can see that Sophia seems to be um, uh, gritting in um, strain, sweat beating off of her forehead, as she seems to be trying to push the magic of the spell, the runes and the circle on the floorboards glowing and pulsing, and the magic of it pulsing into her hands and then pulsing towards the crystal that is floating in the middle of the air, pulsing back in an erratic, chaotic, sparking fit of reactive magic as it tries to resist this analyze spell. And um, the gasp you um, heard that called your attention back to the hallway is um, some of the magic, the ambient magic in the air, uh, seemed to coalesce into a physical damaging effect, and you can see where it has burned a portion of one of her palms as she is trying to bring the magical energy of the spell into contact with the crystal as she slowly straining tries to push the magic of the analyze spell into the crystal, and the crystal is just flickering, flashing, spinning in the air, pulsing with energy. And then
Okay.
finally, she manages to bring her hands together, and the magic above the runic circle um, flashes, and then the crystal just stops, clatters to the floor, and then the magical energy of the spell fades away as the last light of its analyze spell magic flows directly into a spot in Sophia's forehead, right between her eyes. And then she just kind of lets out a breath that she might have been holding and kind of falls back and passes out.
Oh shit.
Draxon is immediately rushing over to try and catch them.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead and make a dexterity saving.
All right. Do I get my advantage due to my what the hell is it called?
Danger sense?
Yes.
I would allow it.
All right.
I'm pretty sure Draxon didn't want her to crack her head open on the polished marble floor.
I definitely needed it. That's gonna be a fucking 13.
You easily managed to step up quickly enough to keep her from cracking her head open on the. And as you hold her, she's breathing heavily. She seems very strained. Her eyes are trying to flicker open, but in that moment, when her eyes do flicker open just enough for you to catch a glimpse, you don't see her eyes. You don't see the whites of her eyes. You see the flicker of images flashing on the inside of her eyes, going by way too fast for you to see or understand, but you can definitely recognize that they're images of something. It's as if she's seeing something that's being projected directly into her eyes.
Jackson's gonna like very gently just like not really slap but like pat her cheek to try and get her attention. Like, hey, wake up, wake up.
Okay, well, roll a medicine check.
I would like to give him the help action.
Okay.
All right, I'll roll with advantage, so I feel like my first roll is gonna be the best. Yep, first roll was the best, so that is going to be a 17.
Okay. With Pokiki's assistance, as she floats up on the broom, you two manage to coax her into wakefulness. She seems a little groggy, and she doesn't look at either.
My water skin and offer her some water.
She absently grabs hold of it as you press it into her hand, but she doesn't seem to realize what it is because she's like staring off now that her eyes are open to something that maybe only she can see, and she whispers, "Delirium."
Delirium?
And she points at the crystal.
Do I know what that means?
Go ahead. Anybody who wants to roll a history check?
All right, I'll saunter back into the room.
There's a 23 for Pokey.
Oh,
Okay.
What kind of check is that?
history.
History.
Oh boy, my -2 subject. That's an 11.
Okay.
Apparently my mom didn't make me read that book. That's a 4 total.
I got a 20 total. So apparently the person that doesn't even remember their past knows something.
Anyone who rolled 20 or higher will remember vague references from ancient history, long time ago. This was like about 2,000-3,000 years ago, mentioning a warning of being corrupted by the delirium of chaos during the Chaos Wars of the Second Era.
I find it weird. I just Yahasur just went on this big spiel about the history, then he hears that and oh.
Well, you can't always know everything.
Yeah, you know,
So-
little bits and pieces of everything.
Sophia begins to, as she closes her eyes a little bit, and it looks like she's trying to remember. And she says, "Delirium is the manifestation of chaos."
Okay.
And chaos was imprisoned or exiled by the gods during the Chaos Wars. If this crystal is delirium and it's a manifestation of chaos, then chaos itself is using delirium to try to corrupt the creation of the god, the entire world. Chaos wanted to destroy the world that the gods made, their structure, their form, their order out of chaos was a wound to the existence of chaos. Delirium is the manifestation of chaos.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
And
Not good at
somehow,
all.
according to the Analyze spell, this crystal, this delirium, is a residue of Godstone. I'm not sure what it means by residue. And from talking to the artificer that we've been traveling with, as he uses Godstone to alter magical items, he says one of the rarest and precious things about Godstones is that they're usually found with a portion of meteoric iron, which can be crafted into a very protective adamantine plate armor.
Like mine?
Exactly. Adamantine exists on this world, but the meteoric iron has the same properties, except it is what is the word that he's used? It's saturated with magic and takes enchantments easily because it was found in the presence of the Godstones, which have a natural ability to absorb magic. The Analyze spell said that the delirium is a byproduct, a residue of Godstone. How?
Mm.
I would definitely like to find out.
Jackson's just gonna point at the delirium. Is gonna look at everyone, especially Pokiki and Sophia. Do not touch it. Do not look at it.
Trust me, I learned my lesson.
No, it's a physical. It is a
Touch.
physical manifestation of chaos itself. He's right. You shouldn't touch it, not with your bare hands. It will begin
touch it with, like, a
altering
mage
your
hand?
very existence. If it
Probably gonna
doesn't
do not
twist
to
the
touch it.
magic and corrupt it, yes, that might work.
Just
But
avoid it.
delirium is highly concentrated, chaotic magic.
What do I have in my inbox?
Once again, points to the stone. That is making a deal with the devil you know you will lose.
I mean, if we
Avoid it.
w-
Please.
if we're thinking about moving it or something, technically Yahasuri is wearing gloves with his gloves of
And we did also just find some brooms.
with it
We did just find some brooms. Maybe
with-
sweep it up into a little pile.
closet.
yeah.
Sweep it into the closet, yeah.
And then
Go
hide
ahead.
it behind all those brooms so that way you
Anybody-
can hope people never find
Yeah.
it. Leave a note. If anybody comes
Any-
through, do not touch.
Anybody who has Arcana can go ahead and make a roll. But you have to have proficiency.
I have
Do not.
Oh, yeah,
I
I know.
have proficiency. Does that count?
If you don't have proficiency, don't roll. You have proficiency on Arcana. A
So my
25?
half proficiency doesn't
Yeah,
work.
19 plus 6.
Okay.
Sorry.
So Kiki, you are pretty sure from your days studying magic back at the very beginning when you were first starting out, one of the things your teachers told you was highly concentrated magic in items can sometimes lead to strange effects as the magic within the item, as it ages, can sometimes flare out and affect the world around it. That's why powerful magical items, when they're stored for long periods of time, are generally stored within extra dimensional spaces or lead-lined containers or magically sealed rooms or containers or otherwise. And usually, to prevent a person being affected by possible radiation of uncontrolled magic, everybody was always cautioned to use thick leather gloves, not thin cloth ones. And it could not be freshly made leather gloves. It had to be well cured, well tanned, aged leather. Because living creatures react the poorest when in direct contact with highly powerful magics from magical items. Lots of different material components for powerful spells and the creation of magical items had to be handled this way. Like, for example, the electrical core from a shambling mound couldn't be handled with your bare hand. If you remember, you had to use a thick pair of leather gloves, and then you stored it in a bag of holding. But it was later, sold to somebody who could use it to, power a magical item of some kind. This crystal needs to be treated the exact same way.
Okay, I definitely impart that information on my party. Okay,
Nope.
you definitely need to put it somewhere safe where it can't actually affect anything else. Some kind of extra dimensional space, lead sealed container or magically sealed container or something. Because otherwise it could it's unpredictable.
A bag
It could
of
do something
holding?
bad.
I mean, I believe most of us have bags of holding, don't we?
Bags of holding, but I don't want to just like loosely put it in a bag of holding. Anyone have a glass?
Put it inside a vial. A
Yeah,
potion
I
vial.
don't know. Sophia, do you have
You
any
probably have-
empty vials?
I actually, yes.
One.
And in fact, everybody should have an empty vial from the potions of frost resistance you drank as you entered the
Oh
dungeon.
yeah, I gotta add that. I forgot to add that to my fucking character sheet.
So
You
yes,
still have a full vial, but I have an empty one from that.
So, Pokiki, if you want to use your mage hand to put it into this vial, I'll put the cork on it and put it in the bag.
Yeah,
of
I'll
holding.
use Draxon, can I borrow one of those brooms you grabbed?
Sure. Here. And he sort of like hands her the broom. I also have a bag of holding you put it in.
Excellent. Pokey will use her mage hand with the broom to gently sweep up all the crystals into as many vials as it takes to hold them.
There's just the one piece of delirium crystal. Like I said, it's about the length of the from the tip of your finger to the first joint is how long it is,
Okay.
and it's
That's all
about
there
as
is, 'cause I know
wide.
that
Yeah, it's about as wide
Yeah,
around, or
that's
less than wide around as a pinky. You know,
okay. Because in my notes
very
it said
small
that
crystal.
Hasbury had smashed the crystals, so it would make sense they need multiple pieces.
Yeah, there were some other pieces of clear crystal
But
around
this is the
the
only one that's not.
wound on the hip of the elf who had died. Did I ever give you the description of the wound? Did somebody ever use their medicine check to check out that wound?
Yes, we did do that. I think.
Okay, did
No,
I
don't-
tell you what the wound looked like?
I think the medicine check might not
No.
have been a very good medicine check because I don't think I wrote that down.
Okay. Well,
But there was
then
only
we
one
went to.
shard that was actual delirium crystal. The rest was just
Yep.
crystal shards.
Yeah,
Okay,
the other
cool.
are just clear crystal. So you managed to get with the broom in the mage hand, you managed to get the single piece of delirium crystal into the potion vial. Sophia puts the cork on it and she holds it up. Who wants to hold on to this?
I will.
Okay, she hands it to Draxon.
Jackson takes it and like, very gently and gingerly puts it into his bag of holding. Or is it already in a bag of holding?
No, it's just in a crystal vial with a cork stopper. If you
Okay,
want to
he's
put
gonna
it in
put
your
it in his
bag of
bag of
holding,
holding.
yeah, go right ahead. Alrighty. With that, Sophia is going to begin to pack up her ritual magic stuff, and she a little bit more color comes back to her as the fight to get the spell to work on the chaotic magic, because that was the fight that she had to fight.
I'll offer my water again now that she's more conscious.
Oh yeah, she realizes that she's still holding it too.
You should drink some water.
Thank you. That was, I don't think I've ever had to battle magic against. I've had magic battles before against other magic users, but the
Not
magic
against
coming
an
off
item?
it, something like that. It was just like it was
Drax is
so
gonna,
chaotic.
Drax is just gonna like very gently hug both Pokiki and Sophia. He's gonna be like,
You have
please be more careful next time.
I will.
That's the problem with magic. It's always dangerous.
We will do our best.
All right, what should we do now?
We still got more rooms to explore.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhere around here, there's supposed to be one more dead elf that died from the previous raiding party of this dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
At least
That's
on
a
this
deep
floor.
Yeah.
So would you guys like to methodically begin checking rooms and floors? Or are you just going to continue to haphazardly? Because right now you're on the 4th floor, random hallway.
Shall we maybe start from the bottom? Work our way back up?
Cynthia would mention all she found was like expensive ink and paper, which she did grab.
Okay, good, yeah. You
But I
definitely
think that was
found.
all she found.
Yeah.
Where's the next closest door in the hallway that hasn't been opened?
another 20 to 30 feet down past the storeroom and the first, um, I don't know, what would you call it, dorm room for the temple clerics? What do they call those chambers for clerics? Acolytes chambers?
Jackson is gonna point to that one and look at everyone. Stay behind me. As he's gonna
Alright.
move to the door.
Guess we clear out
Okay.
this door. We're already here.
Might as well. Maybe we could finish this floor, go up, and then start searching our way down.
Yeah.
I want to make sure nothing creeps up on us from behind.
Okay. So, what is your party line? Draxon is in the lead. The hallway is about 10 feet wide, so technically two of you could go side by side if you wanted to squeeze next to each other. What's
I'm
the
somewhere in the
marching
middle,
order?
floating above one.
Okay.
I'm gonna be somewhere in the middle, floating above.
Yeah, the ceilings in here are a good 20 feet high. Then the hallway has a curved arch to the top of it, all the way down its length.
Cynthia's
there's
probably right behind Draxton.
Okay. Cynthia's behind Draxon. And then Pokiki in the middle, floating on her broom above everybody else. Sophia would probably be staying close to the middle as well. Yahasuri, are you bringing up the rear?
Yeah, I'll be behind Sophia,
Okay.
bringing up the rear. Talking to her like, you're pushing yourself again. Naughty, naughty.
Talk about this.
We talked about this.
I wasn't expecting the item to have its own magic and fight back. It was just an analyze spell, for crying out loud.
Many unexpected things in this dungeon. Let's keep our guard up.
So, you guys begin to proceed down the hallway. And you can see now that although there aren't any torches or lanterns, there does seem to be a faint glow coming from the ceiling that is providing a gentle, warm light the entire hallway. It's not bright, but it does prevent a majority of shadows building up in the hallway. You can see that the hallway is pretty well lit. It's not bright light, but yeah, the ceiling seems to be giving off a faint glow, and it seems to be coming from like the very middle of the top of the arch above you guys, about 20 feet up. And Pokiki, since you're further up and you have proficiency in Arcana, you can see that along the central keystone of where the arch of the ceiling curves up to meet in the middle, that central beam that runs the length of the hallway, all the way along the length of it, mixed in with all the little carved ivy vines, there are rooms that you recognize as enchanted light spell rooms. And it's just been carved directly into the structure of the ceiling of the hallway. You didn't see anything that provided light from the interior of the rooms themselves, other than the light coming in through the little porthole windows. And each room on either side of the hallway, both the one that faces in towards the courtyard and out towards the outside of the tower, has light coming in through. The ones on the inside of the tower, the portholes that look into the inside courtyard, are slightly dimmer than the light coming in from the outside of the tower. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So you guys go down to the next set of doors. Neither of these two doors are locked. And if Cynthia and Draxon wanted to both open their doors and check the rooms on the inside and outside of the hall, you can both at the same time do so. Or do you want to do anything else?
Draxon is first gonna try and check for traps.
Okay. Cynthia, as you come up to the door opposite the one that he's checking, do you want to do the same? Or do you want to just wait to see what he does?
I'm gonna check the door for traps as well. So, investigation?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, not 11. Freak, I gotta calculate this. 13.
You're pretty sure that
Almost.
just like the previous door, it's a simple carved wooden handle with a wooden latch. You press down on the little lever at the top of the handle, and a little wooden lever pops up on the inside of the door, and the door swings open easily without finding any traps whatsoever. What did you roll, Draxon?
Okay.
Quote, my friend, it's fine.
Okay.
I
You
got
open
a
the door.
question.
I rolled a
You-
six.
There we go. There it is.
It should be fine. Activates
Fine.
trap.
You trigger
Activates
the
fireball. Activates the mimic door. Your hand is gonna get eaten now. Have fun.
Go to bed.
You've activated my
hold of the
trap
card.
card. Trap hole.
Oh jeez. You grab hold of the wooden door handle and you thumb the little latch at the top of the door handle. You feel the little wooden lever pop up on the inside of the door. The door swings open easily. It creaks a little bit from lack of care over the last 100 or so years of abandonment. There is, of course, some dust in the corner and on some of the surfaces in the room, but both rooms look like acolyte chambers. A simple bed, a desk, a little nightstand underneath, a wood and glass porthole window in the side of the tower. Drax, the porthole window looking out from your room that looks in towards the inner courtyard seems to be much more heavily shaded than the one in the storeroom next door. And it looks like from what you can see through the glass, there's heavy matting of webbing attached to the wall and the outer window, blocking off a lot of the ability to see through the inner window looking into the inner courtyard. On the outside of the tower, there's plenty of light coming in through the room that you open up, Cynthia. But again, apart from a desk, a table, a nightstand, it's pretty straightforward and simple. This floor seems to be dedicated to acolyte chambers.
I guess.
Would you guys like to investigate the rooms in depth?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for Drax and Cynthia investigation. Let's see what we find.
Draxon has a 16.
I'll give Draxon a help action. Kiki will help Draxon, and I'll send my owl to help Cynthia.
Okay.
It's
So
still a
Kiki
16 for Draxon.
Okay. All right, a 16. And what did Cynthia get?
With the advantage with the owl helping her, it's a 16.
A 16. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, both of you find something, but what is it? Let's see here. I need Draxon and Cynthia both to roll a d20 for me.
9.
A 9
6.
and a 6. Okay. Okay. And now I need both of you to roll a d6.
God damn it.
6.
A 6,
I got a 1.
Okay.
That was like.
a 1, and a 6.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and both of you roll a d10.
Oh, now I have to pull out a d10.
Oh yeah, I'm
Five.
gonna make you use all the dice. In one
Where
of the
does it
drawers.
say that?
Hang on 1 second. Let me get Drax's description. In one of the drawers,
Okay.
Drax, you find a small ceramic jar with a screw top lid, kind of like one of those oil rolle jars, except it's made from ceramic and a metal lid. And when you unscrew the lid of the little ceramic jar, you find a bit of dry moss. Very similar to tinder one might find in a flint and tinder set for starting fires. And what did you roll for your d10s, Cynthia?
8.
An 8. In the waste bin under the desk, you find the hind foot of a rabbit. And 50% of the rabbit's foot has been dyed a vivid color. What color? Pick.
Blue.
Okay, so yeah, about 50% of this dried rabbit's foot that you find in the waste bin has been dyed blue.
Jackson's gonna look
Yay.
at this container of moss. She's like, does anyone want moss?
I found a rabbit's foot where half of it was dyed blue. As she shows them, she shows the rabbit's foot.
What kind of moss?
That's a good question.
I don't think it's the
fun
you-
kind.
Yeah, I was
Can
about to
you
say, I
make
don't
a
think
survival or nature check to figure out what kind of moss it is?
Sure.
Oh no, please don't tell me it's the drug kind. You know Yahasuri will want it.
I mean, if you want
It's
Yaha,
gonna be for survival.
Well,
it's
it
gonna
is
be a
intended to be lit
16.
up.
16?
I mean,
Yeah, you're pretty sure it's a pretty common variety of moss, found in most evergreen woods. Mostly grows around the base and on the lower trunks of evergreen trees. Commonly referred to as North moss, because most people believe that it only grows on the northern side of the trees and helps people find direction. A misnomer that any survivalist or explorer would know that is not very true. It usually grows on the sunniest sides of the tree, whichever that generally is. But yeah, assuming you don't have any knowledge of herbalism or other odd knowledge, so beyond that, you wouldn't have any clue. Unless you
Just
do
normal
have it.
moss.
Yep.
This is moss.
I mean, the Yahasuri
Um,
has expertise in survival. He could definitely.
Oh no!
problem.
You really
Probably.
determined to see if it's the dude.
Well,
I'm gonna
this
be
moss
honest. If
is
it
definitely intended to be lit up, but probably not in the way that you're thinking.
I think it's meant to be lit up to start fires.
I'll be the judge of that.
Pokiki, go ahead and roll an Arcana
I
check.
don't even know about. Now that if
Gladly.
it was
Well,
the kind of moss you were thinking, it's
That is a
probably not good
23.
anymore.
23.
23
It's
Arcana.
sitting
Yeah, even if it was rogues, it's hundreds of years old, and those only get less potent with time. I got a 23 Arcana.
I don't know.
You're
Remember-
pretty sure that these items are minor spell components.
Yeah,
The
I
kind
think
of
these are more
thing-
likely spell components.
Things that people could use in ritual magic, spells, etc. Stuff
Well,
that
do any
acolytes
I
of the
want
temple might use.
want them all. Drax and I could take it. Cynthia, you might find some use for that rabbit foot. At the very least, it's a lucky charm.
Good point, I guess. She'll probably take it because it matches her outfit. So let's go.
It does.
There
You
you
can
go.
slip it onto your belt.
Justin's gonna close the
Yeah,
jar
she'll
again
probably
before
clip
handing
it on
over
her
the
belt.
key.
Okay. So you guys move on to the next rooms.
yeah.
I'm going to assume that you guys are going to continue this procedure throughout each room until you clear the entire circle and get back to the stairs. Am I
Correct.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
Don't see why
going
not.
to quickly do a little bit of fast forwarding here for you.
Alright.
As you guys carefully check the traps, move through the hallway, opening and investigating each and every room in the this fourth floor hallway as it circles around the circumference of the tower, you eventually come back to the stairs after searching through a total of a little under a dozen acolyte chambers. Almost all of them exactly the same. And the only thing that stands out is once you get back to the stairs, you come across another storeroom with supplies and materials for cleaning. I want everybody to roll a d20. And we're going to go around the table and get everybody's roll. I'm going to start with Cynthia.
18.
18. Okay. There we go. Roll a d6.
5.
A 5. Roll a d10.
9.
A 9.
I'm rolling the high on this die.
You find a 4-foot long ball of rolled string in one of the rooms. And now we're going to go to Pokiki.
There was a tabaxi here.
Pokiki, roll a d20.
20.
Oh,
Damn.
that's really good. Let's see. what
Hell yeah.
table- Okay, roll a d6.
We're about to get the sphere of annihilation.
6.
A 6. Okay, roll a d10.
That's D10. 2.
Yep.
Damn. It would have been so
2.
funny if I got the highest roll in each 3. That would have been so funny.
You find a folded pamphlet. It's done in Elven style script. You speak Elven?
Let me see. I think maybe.
If not,
Yes, I do
Cynthia
speak
does.
Elvish.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, this is definitely a pamphlet detailing local gossip about the city from before it fall over 100 and some odd years ago. It looks like it was like prepared by some elven lord or lady to be handed out amongst people, and at the very end, there's a little blurb saying, "If you're interested in the local gossip of our home, come to this event on, Saturday the 24th, and da 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 da, etc., etc." There'll be food, there'll be dancing. That's what you find. And then we're going to go to Yahasuri.
Mm-hmm.
That.
13.
13 on your d20 roll.
Yes.
Okay. Roll a d6.
Rolling. Get it out. 5.
A 5. Very good. Roll a d10.
Okay, D10. 8.
You find a embroidered, filthy velvet codpiece.
Oh. Filthy?
Yes.
Like natural kinds of filth or bodily filth?
Not bodily filth, but filthy
Okay.
as in it got knocked underneath one of the beds and collected dust.
Okay.
And but yes, it if you've dusted off and cleaned it up, it's a very finely embroidered velvet codpiece. You get to choose the color. The
First,
embroidery is an elven style.
first Norm makes me find the anal beads back at our house. Now I'm finding a cod piece.
Okay,
You really
Draxon.
have the bad luck here.
At least the cod piece isn't bodily filthy like those beads were.
Yeah. And at least it's not bedazzled. Like, embroidered is fine, but I've seen a bedazzled codpiece, and that shit's wild. I gotta find it now, because it's from a movie.
For reference, it's gonna be purple.
Okay, you find a purple embroidered velvet cod. You can add that to your inventory. And Draxon, what is your d20 roll?
It is a 17.
Okay. That is going to be this table right here. Roll a d6.
Oh, no, wait. I forgot. Not adding anything, right?
Nope.
Okay, then it's a 19.
Okay,
I
same
immediately
table.
went to, like, investigation check. Alright, D6. 2.
D6. A 2. Roll a d10.
7.
7. You find a miniature lead figure of an adventurer. Roll percentiles.
Why can't I find that? Why do I gotta find the sex stuff?
35.
35. Okay, you find.
I don't know. You were the one who woke up in bed with another dragonborn lady.
I was drunk, okay?
You find a miniature lead figurine of an adventurer who is a mage. It's about 1 inch tall. It's got a little engraved staff. It looks like somebody began the process of painting it, but never finished. But that is the 4th floor completely searched. Now, would you guys like to go up to the 5th floor?
Jackson's gonna, like, show off his little toy to everyone before putting it in his backpack.
Cynthia found a ball of yarn. So, yeah.
I found a gossip pamphlet. I think my little sister's probably gonna love it or something. I'll probably send that
What'd
in
you
my
find,
next letter.
Yahazuri?
Like,
I found nothing. Let's just move on. Let's just go where we need to go.
Sisters for the other. Apparently, he probably found something he didn't want to find.
Okay. So are you guys sticking to the plan where you're going to go up to the 5th floor, completely check that out, and then go back down to the 1st floor, slowly checking the 3rd, the 2nd, until you get back to the 1st?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
We'll
pretty
go up
Okay.
and
much
then back
it.
down.
So.
Okay, now that you guys have gotten back to the stairwell, you guys head up to the 5th floor. Once again, you find yourself in a large chamber with huge 4-foot round stained glass windows on both the outside of the tower and the inside. The stained glass on the inside of the tower facing in towards the central courtyard is very darkened. It looks like there's a mass of something on the outside of the stained glass that is blocking out a lot of the light just outside that stained glass window. You step up to, well, which way are you guys going to go? Now that you're in the center of this room, there is a door on both the right and the left-hand side that likely lead to those long hallways. Nothing? Nobody? Is everybody silent?
I'll roll odds left, evens right.
If you came up on that side, then yeah, left equals right. Okay.
So it's a 2, so we'll go to the right door.
Okay. And I assume you're maintaining the same marching order as before. So Draxon, you come up to the door. You notice that this door has a metal handle and a metal latch, and just below it there is a keyhole set in a metal plate. What do you do? Drax?
Let's see. Can Draxon try and make some sort of check to figure out if it's just webs covering the window or if it's...
Ignoring the door completely, you go closer to the stained glass window and begin to lean against it, trying to peer through some of the more clearer, less dark colored glass. As you do, you hear something beyond the glass. And it's just very faint. It's a faint creaking sound, a shifting in the lead framework of the glass itself, as if something stuck to the outside of the glass has been brought under tension, and a portion of the multiple pieces of glass only held into the frame of the window by the lead lining that creates the design in the stained glass window. You can hear, a faint creaking to the lead-lined glass. In the clearest of the different colors that make up the stained glass window, that is the design of a starry night sky and a crescent moon, you do faintly see what looks like a large quantity of webbing, but it's very thick and it's heavily coated on the outside of the window, and you can't see beyond it. You also can't see down into the courtyard below because there's just too much webbing.
So I can't even see like a vague shadow of like what may be out there.
There are shadows beyond the stained glass window, and you could have sworn that one of the shadows or a shadow beyond the stained glass window moved a little bit. At the same time, there was that tensioning of the webs and the faint creaking of the stained glass pieces in the lead frame of the window. But beyond that, you can't see anything moving, making any noise. And most of your vision is blocked by the web.
Okay, just in case, Draxon's gonna like hold up his fist, look back at everyone, and just like put a finger to his lips before pointing towards the window and then above them.
Okay.
Just to alert everyone. Hey, think something's up out there.
Yeah, the large shadow that you thought moved was like directly outside the window, somewhere outside beyond the window. Not above you, but directly outside the window. Like not right on the other side of the window, but you could see something move. And it caused the light coming from the sun to shade the window for a moment. So yeah, as Drax looks at the stained glass window, Cynthia and the rest of the group would likely notice that the two doors leading away from or out onto this floor of the tower, they are both metal handles and latches and keyholes.
And are they all locked?
Drax never walked up to attempt to open the door, so
I'm gonna
don't know.
attempt to open the door then.
Okay.
After checking it for traps.
All right, go ahead and roll your trap check. Your investigation.
And that's a 13.
You don't think there's any traps on it, but as you gently put a little weight on the lever at the top of the handle, it does stop from being depressed, most likely because of the lock. So
I'm glad it's not depressed anymore.
it is locked. But you don't know if the door on the other side of this landing is the same. And you can see that this is the topmost landing. There are no more stairs that go up any further from here. All four of the stairways in the corners go back down.
Okay. Gonna see if the other doors are unlocked. See if we can find the key in one of the rooms.
Okay. You go over to the other door, and it is the same. You don't detect any traps, but it is most definitely locked.
How many doors are up there?
There's just the two doors, one on either side of this landing, top of the stairs.
I'm not
See if I have
proficient in it, but I
anything
do
else.
have thieves' tools in my inventory.
Oh, probably worth a shot. I feel like I'm forgetting something here in my inventory.
I'm not proficient, but I have them, so I can try.
Oh yeah, it's worth a shot to try.
I have a +5 in sleight of hand.
I'll hand them over to you then.
Or I was gonna ask me if I could try on the doors, maybe somewhat quietly try to pull anybody here seen the show Lucifer? Where he sometimes when
Sounds familiar.
he's the devil solving crimes with the LAPD, but he's super strong and he'll just turn the doorknob, but he's so strong it'll just break. I was gonna see if I could try that, but maybe kind of quiet.
That might work if you are unable to pick the lock, but it would also be noisy.
Yeah,
Try picking the lock first.
I hand over my thieves' tools.
All right.
Go ahead and roll your sleight of hand, and you
If you want to just hold on to these because you're probably better using them than I am.
Since you're not proficient with thieves' tools, you don't get your proficiency modifier to the check. You can just use your base sleight of hand check.
That's 13.
13?
Yeah.
Not bad. Let's see here.
Tools to your inventory. Pokey's just gonna give them to you.
Because I rolled an 8 plus the 5 for 13.
That is going to be not enough. The lock is well made. and unfortunately, that is not enough to unlock.
Do you want Cynthia to try? She also has a +5, and she's only half proficient in it. I just got a good deck.
You know what? Yeah, well, you'll have Suri pass the Thieves' Tool to Cynthia. Here you go. Your turn.
Go ahead, give it a shot.
Okay.
Would you like to assist him and give him advantage, or have him assist you?
I was gonna say I rolled a nat 20.
Hell yeah.
He hands you the tools. You absently pull one of the picks out, step up to the left, look at it.
Apparently
stick
she
it
was a
in,
rogue in her
slip to the
past
left,
life.
jiggle it a little bit, and you hear a click.
Apparently she was a rogue in her past life.
You pull the lockpick out, and you try the door latch, and it clicks all the way down. And you now feel like you can push the door open. Except for it doesn't push outward.
Pushes
And then
inward.
You look at the door and at the frame, and you realize the hinges are on this side, and you start to pull it inward. Open.
Okay.
And you find yourself staring at what looks like a overgrown rooftop garden. Beautifully sculpted benches, planters, etc. line the 3-foot high wall of the top of the tower. And as you look more and more, you can see that this beautiful little rooftop garden runs the entire length of the entirety of the rooftop, and probably is accessed through the door that's directly behind you as well, the one that's still locked. And you can just barely see over the lip of the inner wall bits of web disappearing over the edge. Some of the taller brush and trees are somewhat caught up with into the webbing, and you can see where one of the planters with a small tree growing out of it has kind of fallen over because of the tension of the webs pulling it down towards the center open shaft of the central portion of the tower that leads down to the open air courtyard in the middle of the temple.
So does just Cynthia see this, or does all three of us who tried to open the door?
She's the only one peeking through the slightly cracked open door right now, unless anybody else would like to step forward.
Yes.
Cynthia will wave them over to look.
I would like to kind of Scooby-Doo style peek or something, just peek my eyes around the corner, just...
Okay.
Yeah, Cynthia will do the same and be above him on the broom, also peeking through.
There is a classic adventurer totem of heads peeking through the door crack, one on top of the other, from shortest to tallest, as you all peek out through the doorway to this rooftop garden that runs the circumference of the top of the tower. The 5th floor is apparently a garden meditation area or something. And there's a white gravel path that runs down the length of the circumference. There's a 3-foot high wall on either side.
Now you said there's webs. Can I maybe look at like the ceiling, see if there's any like...
There's no ceiling outside the door.
Oh, so it's just open air.
Yep, open air, rooftop garden.
That makes sense then.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be a good place for sniping?
but you can see webs along the inner circle of this rooftop garden, along the inner circle of what would be the opening of the shaft that goes down to the temple courtyard below, and that tree in the middle. You can see webs disappearing over the edge of the wall down into that shaft.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Do I have? What do I have? What do I have?
I would like to point out that Drexen saw something moving out there.
Well,
Yes, that's why I'm looking to see if I happen to have an invisibility potion.
I was
I
gonna.
do not. I must have used it.
Yeah,
I have the spell invisibility, and I have a free use of it.
But that's just for yourself, though.
If you could cast invisibility on me, I could fly up above and get a view from above. Oh, actually, no.
No, it's not for myself. It's from
Oh.
Shadow Touch. You learn the invisibility spell in one first level spell of your choice. First level spell, I already picked that one, blah blah blah. It's basically I can just cast the invisibility spell, which I know I can target other creatures, I believe, with that spell.
Yeah.
So...
If you cast invisibility on me, I could fly up above and see what we can see from above.
Yeah, it sounds good. As you will do so.
Alright.
Just be careful. Free use is gone because I'm using my free use.
Okay. You cast invisibility on Pokiki as she floats on her broom in the air, and her broom disappear from sight. You slip out through the door?
Yep. Careful not to touch anything, especially the webs.
Yeah, most of the webs are like attached to benches and the planters and whatnot on the inner side of the circle, and they go over the 3-foot high wall and disappear over the edge. But as you move out, you realize that the room at the top of the stairs, or the landing at the top of the stairs, it makes up what a little it's got a little roof on it, and it's the only actual roof for the entirety of the rooftop. All the way around the circle, it's this long winding gravel path through planters of flowers and overgrown plants and brush and little trees growing in on the far side, directly opposite this little stairwell landing house that rises up above the 3-foot wall of this rooftop garden walkway, there is what looks like a fountain, like a 3-tier fountain, and it rises almost up as high as the rooftop of the stairwell that lets out onto this rooftop garden area. But the water doesn't seem to be running. It is also very cold out here, and there is a layer of frost across everything, and the swirling winds and the bits of snowfall from the environment of this cold northern environment.
I have, well, not really a question, but I have something.
Yeah.
So I know Pokiki's invisible, and I know at the time Cynthia just cast invisibility, but I was looking, and I found in my notes, I do technically have a potion of invisibility. Remember that red leather long box I found with the potions in it? One of them was a potion of his invisibility. Do we want to use that and I can erase it, or do we just want to stick with Cynthia used
that is up to
invisibility?
You,
I would say stick with mine because it is a free use, and save that potion for later.
Also, I have to point out the only one who could technically use it right now is Pokiki, because they would not be touching the webs, which Spider probably has blind sight with the webs.
Mm.
Yeah.
If anyone else use it, the invisibility is just sort of womp womp because of the
Yeah,
webs.
because of the
Yeah.
webs stretching from items on top of the roof, there would probably have to be checks made to physically um, walking, traverse the area of the garden rooftop.
Yeah.
But with Pokiki on her broom, she's able to float out through the door and begin to float up into the air. Pokiki, as you begin to float up into the air, you look back down at the tiled roof of the stair, the stair landing at the top of the tower, um,
Mhm.
and all of the different terrain along this little rooftop garden. The higher you get, the better view you get down into the central shaft, and you see a massive tangle of webs coming from the entire circumference of the inner wall to the point where it makes this large mass, almost like a huge cocoon of visually blocked area, only right up against close to the wall where the strands are um, individually attached to different things along the edge of the wall in the garden. Is there a little bit of visual ability to see past this large mass hanging directly in the center of the shaft, 4 stories up from the ground below?
Hmm.
And there does seem to be something very dark inside that mass. And given the size of the mass and your recent memory of seeing Sophia's drawing of the size of the spider in comparison to the drawing of Drax being impaled and eaten by this spider, it's probably a large creature inside that darkened mass of web.
Okay. And there's nothing else I can see, just thick, massive webs. Nothing I can see through the cracks around the walls.
You can see all the way down to the round inner courtyard. You can even catch glimpses of the branches of the tree that's growing down there. But there is just such a thick mass of webs in the top of the central shaft of this open air central courtyard that you can't see much past that dense webbing.
Okay. I'll
You
fly
can,
back.
however, see um, outside of the tower itself the
Yeah.
masses of frost covered tree canopy um, of the different um, uh, environments of the grove around this temple, and just to the west of the temple, near the cliffs that rise up into the mountains to the west of this city, there is a waterfall that falls from the cliffs above and lands in a small lake, small pond lake. Kind of hard to say. It's not quite a pond because it's a little bit too big for that, and it's not quite a lake because it's not big enough for that. Um, but the waterfall from the cliffs falls down into this body of water, and you can see that portions of the waterfall the further it falls within the environs of the cold, of the strange elemental magic that's affecting this garden, grove, um, more and more of the waterfall freezes into place and just becomes long icicles of falling water until a point where it crashes into a very small portion of not frozen water, where a majority of the rest of the body of water is uh, thick ice.
There's nothing else we can see. She'll fly back into the hallway and
You do make a perception check.
4 for a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. In the distance, on the lake shore, or the frozen icy shore of the lake, you see a single tree and what looks like a single figure, both frost covered. But as our eyes are drawn to the single tree on the shoreline, it's seeming odd and out of place. You notice that there's a figure standing next to the tree on the edge of the lake. Nothing is moving, not even the figure.
Oh my, I just saw the cod piece, Jesus.
I'll be right back.
So you're just standing there, unmoving?
Standing there unmoving, one hand resting on the side of the tree next to them, completely frost-covered, unmoving figure.
Okay.
At this distance, it's too far for you to tell any more detail, even with the a dirty 20.
Okay. With that, then I think Pokey will return into the hallway and drop the invisibility and tell the group what she saw.
Okay. Cynthia has control of the invisibility, I believe, so she can drop it when she gets back if she wants. But you can communicate with your... while you're still invisible, you can communicate with the rest of your group and tell them everything that you saw. So all of you guys have all of that information.
Big, thick canopy of webs, probably giant spider in there, and frozen lake with a tree and a person in the distance.
Yahasuri grabs the door handle and slowly closes it. After
Okay.
hearing giant spider outside, just...
It probably can't fit through that door, so I don't know how much that'll matter, but probably a good idea to lock it again anyway.
Yeah, it might be able to fit through those double doors that lead into the interior courtyard, but not a single wide door. It'd probably have to break its way.
But there's probably more small spiders in there too.
Yeah, just...
You didn't see anything moving on the inside courtyard area of the tower. You did see movement. You did, with that 20, you did see movement amongst the boughs of the trees from hundreds of different places throughout the grove surrounding the tower.
Yeah, there's definitely more spiders in there.
So outside of the tower, the temple tower, yes, there's movement of spiders throughout the trees of the grove. Although you didn't see very many further further west towards the lake. They don't seem to be moving around very much over there. Maybe they don't like the sound of the waterfall. We don't know. But it was pretty quiet And you know for sure you didn't see any of the smaller spiders moving around on the inside webbing that runs down the shaft of the inner courtyard.
Okay,
There might not be more spider. I think it might just be the big spider there. Maybe.
I have a question for. It's kind of out of game, but in game.
Go for it.
With her perception and investigating, did Pokiki see anything that may look like the exit/entrance to the next level of the dungeon?
You guys already saw that.
Oh, we did?
In the vision, in the divination vision, in the bowl of water that Sophia had cast the divination on the lantern, you guys saw a female robed bunnykin woman racing out of the depths of the temple as this massima of octarine fog with green mist floating off of it flooded through the catacombs beneath the temple. And one of the last things she did as she was running up the spiral stone stairs was grab that lantern and remove it from its locking plate, and running up the stairs, and then you guys witnessed her pull out a holy symbol, place it into a stone at the base of the central courtyard's green grass area that surrounds the tree growing in the middle.
Right.
And all of the stairs, all the stone of the spiral stairs, all those stones rose back up to create a solid stone flagged courtyard area around the tree. That stairwell is the way to go deeper into the dungeon.
Okay, I see. I forgot that part.
So you have to get into the inner courtyard. You have to find a holy symbol to the moon goddess. You have to place that holy symbol in a stone in the little raised area of grass and the tree to activate the stairs that will drop down into the ground, creating a spiraling stairway around that grassy area in the center that leads down into the depths of the catacombs beneath the temple.
Okay. Yeah, good. Remember
That's what
now.
you remember from the divination vision that Sophia did for you guys outside the dungeon.
Now me, the person, remembers.
Yes.
And that's where all the spiders are, right? That's literally like kind of what we're staring at this whole
The
time.
big ass spider is.
Yeah, the central courtyard is where the big spider is. Outside the temple tower that you guys are in is where all the smaller spiders are.
Yeah. There's just one big boy in the middle.
Okay, so then now remembering, because Norm told me, and getting the report back from Pokiki, Yahusuri goes, I may have an idea to get past the big spider. I don't know how long it'll work, but I have a thought.
Sophia says, I have a plan too, but it's probably not a good one. You tell yours first.
Mine really isn't that great either. Mine is, I know I have these gloves for our act being a traveling circus or whatever, but I could use my deck of illusions gloves to make an illusion to maybe distract the spider for a bit while we get to the stairs.
Well, that's an idea.
Again, I don't know how well it'll work, but
That's a very tricksy idea. Might be helpful.
What's your
Sophia
idea?
says, my idea is much more violent, and she pulls from her bag of holding a collection of ceramic flasks that you guys have all seen her use before.
Mhm.
Alchemical fire. My idea would be to step out onto the roof and lob these into the mass of webs, exploding and burning them, and dropping big monster spider down to the base, and then firing down at it from up here.
Okay. But remember the last time you blew something up, you literally killed,
Yeah,
almost killed yourself and the entire party.
yeah, that was my first near-death experience, I think.
Jackson sort of like raises his hand.
I didn't
You're
know
just
that they
thrown.
had the crate open when I dropped them. Okay?
I know.
I'm
Uh,
sorry.
I'm
I-
a
He
little
just kind of
cautious of explosions now.
he kind of puts the ceramic bottles back in her bag of holding.
The player loves that idea. Pokiki not so much after
Yeah.
trauma. Only because of her trauma. Otherwise, I'm totally on board. I
Jackson
like blowing
just sort
shit
of
up.
raises his
Pokiki
hand.
Yeah.
has fun.
Yes.
I could
Yeah.
throw them while we head to where we need to go. It's not really gonna hurt me a lot.
Well, where we need to go is beneath the webs in the central courtyard. So if we throw them from down there, all of the flaming stuff up above us will come down on top of us, including the spider. That's why I
Yeah.
suggested throwing it from up here. Hopefully, spider takes damage from fall when the webs burn, and then it has to climb back up to get to us, and we'll have all that time to assault it while it's climbing.
Probably I won't be able to do much until it kind of gets to us.
True.
Drax still like looks at the brooms he's had like stuffed with his great axe.
I imagine
If I had
during
to-
this time you have probably been cleaning the mop and broom portions of these wooden handles away to the point where you probably now have lengths of wood that could be converted with the proper skill into javelins.
At the very least, pointy stick.
At very
Yeah.
least, pointy stick.
Pointy stick?
If you have any extra daggers, you could strap to the ends of them. That might help.
I
These
only
spiders-
have a javelin, my great axe, and 2 hand axes.
I mean, the hand
That's
axe could be
just-
used to sharpen the point.
I don't know if any of you have noticed, but these crystalline spiders seem to have very tough exoskeletons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know
Yeah,
how
okay,
well
probably
sharpened wood will do against a larger version of the ones we faced outside.
Well, that's why you do fire hardening.
I do
You
have
sharpen the
one
tip to a
normal
point.
dagger.
I have a poison dagger, but that's special.
If we have to, we could also probably just like
I also
break
have
up
some
things
crossbow
with
bolts.
stone, make a sort of large flint tip,
Yeah.
maybe glass. I don't know.
We could pry some of the pieces of the stained glass out of the frames of the outside windows.
Ooh.
and
Uh,
strap those to the tips of your makeshift javelins.
I'm kind of hesitant on that just because if it gets the
Defacing
attention,
temple.
in case it gets the attention of, and Drexler like looks out the window specifically towards like the vague direction of the tree.
Yeah. We don't want to
Yeah, we
leave
don't
an
want-
opening the swarm of spiders can come in.
Okay. I have.
Hey, there's bound to be kitchens here, maybe down in the lower level.
Yeah, we
There
can
might-
still explore everything
Yeah.
else before we make a decision.
And worst comes to worst, I'll just fire harden the tips so that it has a little bit more. And he just like pretends to stab something with a imaginary spear,
Now,
you know?
I kind of have a.
Did anybody
Figure it out.
Did anybody grab any of the bits of the spiders that we killed?
No.
I didn't.
I'm pretty sure we killed some Morke. We ran.
Damn. Because
Yeah,
those
killed them with
those
the
sharp
legs.
legs of theirs would be great if we could strap those to the tips of your spear.
Well, to counter your thought, Sophia, I'm sure me and Draxon probably have loose scales shedding to make way for new ones. Dragon scales can be rather sharp sometimes.
Yeah, but they're also tiny on us.
True.
Not exactly
True.
big enough for a blade.
I have some crossbow bolts that I never used.
That could work.
Ooh. If we can find stuff here in the tower, like maybe in the kitchens, that we could make sharp points on these things, we could also strap one of the alchemical ceramic flasks to each one of the javelins, so that when they hit, the impact would cause them to explode. They would do piercing and exploding and fiery damage.
I do also have a vial of poison we could dip them in if we want to make them
I
do
also-
poison.
Same.
I don't know why I have this, but I have this beautiful gourmet red dragon sauce, which is very spicy stuff. And I'm not eating for some reason.
I also apparently,
So,
going all the way back near the beginning, apparently, because as Norm says, if it's still written down, you still have it. And I still have that ceramic jar of sleep potion for when we were setting up the trap for when we were with the caravan way back at the beginning.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I have
Lots of fun things to play around with.
yeah.
I have a lot of things.
Yeah, 'cause, you know.
I do believe you
I have
just
a
need to
ring
open
of
that.
hallucinatory terrain that I could
Yeah.
use. Cast hallucinatory terrain. See if that'll mess with them.
Yeah.
That one was a fun one.
Yeah. Definitely lots of fun things. I think we probably explore the lower floors and then make a decision.
Agreed.
Don't need to
Sounds
act
good.
immediately.
Okay. With that decision, I assume you guys
I
are
was
going to
ringing
head
the bell.
back down to the third floor and explore there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You get down to the third floor landing again, just like the first floor. That has the entry doors and the doors that lead into the inner courtyard. The third floor has the large landing area with the two large round stained glass windows, just like on the fifth floor that leads out onto the roof. From here, there is again two doors leading into hallways on the right and the left. And these doors have the same wooden handles and wooden latches. No locks this time on the interior doors.
Right. I guess Draxon's gonna take the lead since he can take the most damage.
Okay.
And as always, check for traps.
Okay, go ahead and roll your investigation check on the door.
It's probably fine. That's a 9.
Okay,
No.
you trigger the
Can I use my
latch.
help action?
I'm sure I'll be fine.
You trigger the latch and open the door as Pokey floats up, still invisible because Cynthia hasn't.
Drop it.
Yeah, Cynthia hasn't said that she's going to drop it yet. I don't know how long that lasts
I've
though,
not-
but it
An hour.
doesn't.
It lasts an
An
hour
hour?
on concentration.
Might as well keep it.
Okay. So you're concentrating on that for her right now. Probably no more than 5 or 10 minutes have passed as you examine the outside area, and another 5 or 10 minutes to get back down to the third floor. You still have at least 30 to 40 minutes left of invisibility as you're floating there in your room. You begin to float forward to see if you can assist Drax as he jiggles the latch on the handle, and then he pushes the door in. You'll hear him mumble, it should be fine. And the door opens, and a glowing magical mace of force flies out of the hallway and slams into his face. Roll for initiative.
Yay!
We all saw this coming. Come on.
Yeah. 21
We
for
all
both.
saw this coming. Whenever somebody says that, it'll be fine.
Okay,
You know,
where's my?
you know that's when you know that's when we done fucked up.
Alright, 19.
Okay, get my clothespins out for the initiative. Let's see here.
23.
Okay, so Cynthia's at 23, correct?
Yeah, I rolled pretty high, surprisingly. I didn't expect that.
Okay,
21.
and Pokiki has 21.
Yep.
You got 21 the last time you rolled for initiative as well. Okay. Drax, you said you had 19.
Yep.
Draxon. And Yahasuri?
17.
17. Alrighty, and Safea rolled a 13.
Alright, there they are. I'll use these dice for combat. See if maybe anything cool happens.
Alrighty. Forget how to spell my character's name.
Yeah, no, that's on you.
Iyah. There we go. Alrighty.
Oh yeah, I just have it spelled so I know how to pronounce it.
Okay, and
I just
now
remembered how to pronounce it. I don't know. I don't remember how to spell it.
Safea?
It don't matter to me right now. Like, as long as I know how to say it, we're fine.
Yeah, I spelled it how it's pronounced. It's definitely wrong.
Safiyah.
Yeah,
I've been spelling it.
yeah, no, I have it spelled Sofayai, Sophia. So I know how to
Okay.
pronounce it.
That's good. You spelled it
that's-
phonetically.
All right, let me open up the book
works.
to the monster section here. Let's see here. Baboon.
What, we're fighting a baboon?
I'm surprised. Why is a baboon here?
Oh, you know, he's just
Okay.
That's not an animal for my back.
he's just
I didn't realize.
he's monkeying around.
Baboon is one of the animals I can summon.
Did you
Okay.
summon one without us knowing?
Not that I'm
And now
aware
it's
of.
gone rogue and attacking
It's
us.
turned evil.
Ignored it.
It's now gone rogue and is attacking us. What have you done?
No.
Oh no. At least it's not the
Okay.
bear.
Alrighty. So, we have. Okay. First, I need to.
I presume roll to hit Draxon.
Yes. Let's see. That's a +3 to hit. And let's see here. That is a 9 + 3. That's 12 to hit.
It does not hit.
Okay. the glowing magical mace of force flies past Drax's head as he pulls his head back out of the way, and that was the surprise action of what you guys all see is a shambling undead moon elf. And in one hand, it is holding onto a holy symbol on a chain around its neck that is glowing with a pale octarine light as it gives off a greenish fog around it. There seems to be a heavy injury to the right side of its face, and you can see there's a buildup of clear crystals from the wound, and some of those crystals have a similar pulsing octarine glow coming from them. And anybody who is bonded to a godstone, what's the word when you sync up with a magical item? Attunement? Yeah. So anybody who's attuned to a piece of godstone or a magical item with the godstone in it can see immediately above the creature's head in the hallway is a little glowing blue box of text appears above its head, and it says level 5 what's the word?
Zombie?
No, there was another word for mutated.
Corrupted?
Corrupted, yes. A level 5 corrupted zombie mutation. And yeah, that's what you guys all see. And it's about 30 feet down the hallway. And it looks as though it was just heading towards the door when Drax opened it, and it immediately responded with one of its already prepared spells. And now we go to the top of the action board. We have 23, which is Cynthia. You guys are all standing in this 30-foot long by 20-foot wide stairway landing area with the two stained glass windows on either side, facing the door on the right. You guys can all see down the hallway.
Do I see it?
Yes. You guys were in your.
Dissonant Whispers.
Yeah, you were right behind Drax according to the marching order.
Yeah. Okay, then I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers. It needs to make a Wisdom saving throw DC 16 for me.
Okay, what level is Dissonant Whispers?
Level 1.
Okay. You're good. And that is a saving throw. That is a 2.
That fails, as it'll take 3d6 psychic damage.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
And that is 8 points of psychic damage, and then it must use its reaction immediately, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Okay. Let's see here.
I feel like the only way.
It obviously will not move into dangerous ground, obviously, but it just needs to get away from me.
All right. Now, using its reaction like this, is that because it's afraid of you, or it's just the nature of the spell that causes it to leave?
It's the nature of the spell.
So it's not
It's the
using
nature of the
a
spell.
fear
I would
effect.
say no, not at all. I would say it's probably more like just suddenly they were disturbed and their body reacted and moved away. That's how I would say, because it's Dissonant Whispers. it's like a discordant melody, so it's more like a disturbing type of tone
Okay.
that you want to just get away from.
It
Oh,
begins
But
to
that fear fades. But it's not really a fear; it just fades away.
it
Like,
begins
it's
to it begins to float 20 feet further back down the hallway while still staring at you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And you now notice that it seems to be floating about 6 inches off the floor.
It's a ghost.
Ghost.
It
Oh,
looks
God.
like a physical
God.
zombie, but it is definitely floats backwards.
Row Raggy.
You've never seen anything like this before.
Mm.
Okay. Was that was your action? Bonus action movements. What are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. I don't think I can really do as a bonus action, so I'm just gonna end my turn there.
And not move. Okay. You stay standing in
I'll
that
stay
position.
I'll stay behind Draxon and just, because he's the meat shield.
Okay. Pokiki, it
I
is
mean,
your initiative.
he hits hard too, so.
Yeah.
How far away is it from me now? Because it was 30 feet, and then it used its movement to move farther
20
away.
feet
How
further
far is
back,
it down?
so now it's 50 feet away.
50
Down the
feet away.
hallway.
1 moment. Let me check the range of this spell. Oh, excellent. I'm Eldritch Blasting.
Any further back, and it's going to disappear around the curvature of the hall. Because these are
Yeah, I'm
round
going to Eldritch
hallways.
Blast.
Okay. Go ahead
The
and
range is
roll to
120.
hit.
I didn't even need to be worried. Go with these. Do. The first one is a 17.
That is a hit. Oh, wait. let me
Second one
check
is a
something.
15.
It can use its reaction.
It already used its reaction, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
just
you
used
forced it
makes
to use
them
its reaction. Awesome. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's to get rid of the reaction as well as why I did that.
Okay, roll
Just in
damage.
case, because of what you said, it was like I was a little bit suspicious, so it's like, maybe it should get rid of its reaction.
No, that was very good that you did.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
what
is
were
going to
you
be
gonna
13 force damage. I guess we'll
13?
see next round if it still has a reaction. 13
Okay.
force damage.
13 force damage is the blast of force
For both
slams
attacks.
into it.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's for both.
no immunities, no
Or did the
resistances.
15 also hit? Yeah. Both
Uh,
Very few things are actually immune to force damage.
13 would have missed.
If none at all that are actually resistant.
13. Okay, I said 15. 15 was. It was a 15 and a 17.
A 15 and a 17? Okay, both of those did hit.
Yeah, because I rolled an 8 and a 10 on the die plus 7.
Perfect. Okay, I wrote down the damage for both of those.
13 damage total.
Did you
Yes,
want
that was
to
13 total for
move?
that.
Because you have just given away your position of invisibility. Is it the?
Invisibility also broke immediately too. By the way.
Okay, it's the weaker version.
I have this spell.
Okay, so you are no longer.
Yeah, I don't
invisible.
level 2 version. Yeah, I don't have greater invisibility. That's a 4th level spell. I don't even have that.
I don't think I have any cold bonus action things. So I am just going to use my movement to move, let's say 30 feet closer to it. 30 feet down the hallway.
You
it's moving that way, but
flit past Draxon on your broom, and you are now probably 25 feet, about 25 feet away from it. Because you were about 5 feet back, because Draxon was in front. So.
That's fine. 25 feet away is fine.
Okay. That is Pokiki's turn. Now it is Draxon's turn.
Alright.
It is 50 feet away down the hallway.
Yep. So, good news.
Yes.
Draxon is gonna rage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now this is the second time you've used your rage. I don't know if you have persistent rage or anything like that, but don't forget to mark it off.
I already did.
Persistent
Awesome.
rage is a high level feature. No.
Yeah.
I can't keep
It's
track
not
of
until, like,
everything, but I try.
I don't think it's until 15, which is pretty good.
What's your
Pretty good
movement
when you
rate?
get
That's the bad news. 40 feet.
You can get up to 10
Oh.
feet away from it
Yes.
as you charge down the hallway,
Which is
entering
where
your
my
rage.
second thing comes in.
throwing your axe
Are you
or
charging
one
me?
of your javelins.
I'm
there. Wait, do you
actually
have
gonna
the
be.
charger feet?
I don't believe so.
Oh darn. That would have been funny. You just dash and charge right at him.
No, I took the dragonhide feat, which gave me the retractable claws as natural weapons.
Nice.
That's cool.
Sense.
What I do have though is a hand axe. I'm just gonna lob at this son of a bitch.
Roll to hit.
All right, that's gonna be a +7 to hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume an 18 +7 hits.
Yeah. Funks
I
right
hope
into
so.
its
Yeah,
pallid undead
I
flesh.
mean, if a 15 hit, I think everything else would hit.
All right, that is going to be, and I am raging, so I do get. Oh no, wait, that's
Yeah.
melee. Never mind.
Are you using a strength-based attack with the thrown weapon? You get your rage bonuses to that.
I think
Okay, then that is going to be 12 slashing damage
Okay.
right into his forehead.
Okay, so 12 more damage to this guy. Beautiful. That would be... Oh, God.
Yeet.
Okay. Yeet. Thunk.
Yeet.
It
Eat the axe.
slams wetly into its pallid undead flesh. And although it kind of wavers a little bit as it's floating there in the air, it does not seem to react at all to the injury that it has taken from you guys so far. Let's see here. That is your movement, your bonus action, and action. Anything else? You have 2 axes and you have 2 actions, right? You could throw the second one.
Oh, that's right, I can throw the second one. All right, second axe, go.
second axe.
You-
I choose you. Use
That's
stab.
gonna be a 15 +7 to hit.
That is a definite hit.
All right.
Oh, can you imagine Drax doing this with those axes that you have, Kokiki?
Oh yeah.
Because as long as he holds
I
on to
have a-
one, the other one would come flying back to him.
Yeah.
That is going to be an 11.
Damage?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, another axe slams into its hip this time. It's got a axe sticking out of its temple and its hip.
You got an axe to grind, apparently.
Mm-hmm. We gotta ask you a question.
Okay. Now we go to Yahasuri.
Me.
Tap the axe.
It
Okay,
is
that was-
me. And I am going to pull out something I haven't used in forever because I was the tank for the longest time. I'm gonna pull out my longbow, and I'm gonna
Okay.
knock
You
an
can put-
arrow.
Did you decide to convert that to the oath bow that I gave you for Christmas all those years ago?
No,
Oh,
that is Midge Yerrick's bow, and he will never let it go.
okay.
Alright.
Draxon is resistant to custard and blueberry damage.
Yeah, we all saw that. It was like, well, it's canon.
It's canon. Yeah. So
I
if we,
love it.
I love it.
So if we ever go to the Witchlight Carnival, he can eat anything and he will not get the custard damage.
I'm sure we'll find a use for that.
Anyway, does an 18 plus 5 hit?
18 plus 5 definitely hits.
Okay, and I am going to... Well, it's not mine. It's Gresham's reaction. He's going to see me shooting this arrow, and it hits, and he's going to use his reaction to embroil it with an extra d6 of fire damage.
Ah, very good.
And you know what? Glad I did that, because my arrow damage was shit.
Oh no.
Well, I guess it's because that.
Thank goodness for Gresham.
I mean, because my dex is at least a 20, so that's at least a 2 plus 5 to get to 7, and then 6 fire damage for a total of 13.
Okay, 13 more points of damage.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Now the question is, I do have extra attack, but I think that's only hand weapons, right? I can't shoot my bow a second
You can
time.
shoot your bow twice.
I'm gonna do that.
If
All
it's
of your-
like a longbow, if it's a longbow, yeah, you can.
Okay, yeah, it is a longbow.
Crossbows, longbows.
They have
yeah, you
reloading
can.
times, yeah.
Yeah, they don't have the reload feature like with a crossbow. So you're fine.
9 plus.
It's basically you could just basically pull out the arrow and it's quick, fast. It's a little different. It's a
He's
lot
doing his
different.
Legolas impersonation.
Du- Does a 14 hit?
I mean, he has the hair for it.
No.
14 does not hit?
No.
Okay, so their AC is a 15. Got it.
No. No. Okay, well. He's far too far.
Well, you at least got one hit, man.
Yeah.
And you used your bonus action for Gresham, and so that leaves you with your movement. What would you like to do?
Well, technically, it does, I don't think it's a bonus action. It just says, as a reaction, if he is within 30 feet
Yeah,
of
it uses.
Oh,
someone
good.
who's attacking, he grants them the
Correct.
damage die.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It uses
So does that
Gresham's
use
reaction.
Does that use your reaction or Gresham's?
Gresham's.
Okay.
And
So would
he,
you like to use your movement, or are you going to stay put?
I'll stay put. And according to the text, it doesn't have a limit, so I could technically do that every turn if I wanted to,
Okay.
with his reaction.
Just some extra bonus.
Yeah.
Damage.
I was gonna use it for Draxon, but then he ran up and got 40 feet away from us, so it wouldn't have really worked out. He ran after him.
Okay.
Oh well, the damage will happen.
Damage still happens. I'll end my turn there.
Alrighty. And we go from Yahasuri to the priest. What is the priest going to do?
It's going to do nothing because it has 2 axes in it.
It's gonna let out a screech and call the spider.
No, I hope not.
Please no. Please no.
The-
Please no. Stop. Give
The the octarine crystals glowing from the wound on the side of his head and neck pulse with magical energy, and the octarine glow seems to amplify within the holy symbol that it's holding up. And with its free hand, it aims down the hallway, Draxon being the first, then Cynthia, then Yahasuri, then Pokiki, and in the back, Sophia. I need everybody in that line to make a wisdom saving.
Oh, shit.
Who's in the line?
All of us.
All of you.
Good news.
Ah,
Ooh, bad news. Bad news for me.
Good news, kind of.
Does
Okay.
a 6 pass?
so Draxon first.
11.
19.
Draxon,
Alright,
you succeed, Draxon. A ray of octarine magic flows from the holy symbol, blasting out through Draxon. He shakes it off. You can feel the cold touch of death run down your spine, but you throw off this weird magical effect. And out of the corner of your eye, you glance back and you see the beam of octarine light continue to flash down the hallway. It slams into the side of Yahasuri and Cynthia, and slams into the leg of Pokiki floating on her broom before it slams into Safea in the distance. And Yahasuri, what was your roll?
16?
16. You feel that cold run down your spine, but you manage to resist.
Whew. Okay.
Cynthia,
Does a 6 pass?
a 6. You fail.
Darn. I thought for sure I passed there.
Yeah. This is the best you've rolled all day.
The creature who fails on this wisdom saving throw is now frightened for 1 minute. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turn, ending the effect on itself on a success. Until you succeed, though, you are frightened of this undead creature. You cannot move closer to it. All attacks against it are at disadvantage.
Oh, cool. So just throw a saving throw shit at it and I'll be fine. Which is half of my kit. So
And
you literally are frightening the bard who could just vicious mockery and insult them to death.
Yeah, this ghost zombie thing said, "Oh, you're gonna fucking scare me away? Well, watch this shit."
Time
Pokiki,
to insult you to death.
Yeah.
you rolled a 11 or 6, an 11. That is not enough. You are frightened of the creature
So.
for 1 minute.
Okay.
You cannot move closer to it, and any attack rolls against it are at disadvantage.
Okay. That's fine.
And now for Safea. That is a 9. She has a pretty good wisdom. Let's see here. Wisdom 9. No, that's an 11. She failed. She is also afeared. All the girls are afeared. Okay. That is what it's going to do with its action. With its bonus action, it is going to move forward 10 feet and attempt to attack Draxon. I got a rat. That is a 5, which is not going to be enough to hit with its +3. It attempts to take a swipe at you, Draxon, and misses horribly. Okay, that is the zombie's turn. Now we go to Safea. Crap. I don't even have my character pulled up on my phone. Hang on 1 second. There we go. There we go. Safea, what the heck is she going to do? She's got the same problem as everybody else. But thankfully, she has a non-attack roll option.
Wait, it's Sophia's turn. Can't Sophia do a wisdom save to get rid of the effects?
Not until the end of her turn.
End of her turn. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to force the creature to make an intelligence saving throw. And its intelligence is -4. And it's a 4 -4, so it fails. So I need to roll
With a 0, okay.
2d6 psychic damage. This one and this one. That is 10 points of psychic damage from her mind sliver. Let's see here.
Get it.
Okay. She's not going to move closer. She's going to stay where she is, and she's going to make her wisdom saving throw, which is this time an 8, which is not enough. And that is the end of Sophia's turn. She has not resummoned her familiar, so she can't do anything with that.
She can't
so it
takes an hour.
Yeah. Cynthia, it is your turn again.
Well, since they took away my ability to move closer, which is fine, and I don't think Draxine would want it to run away again.
Probably not.
I think I'm probably just gonna mock it to death. Can I get a wisdom saving throw, DC 16? As I dig around for those D4s, but I did not pull out any D4s.
That is a 6.
Yeah, that fails.
A -1.
Yeah, that's a 5 definitely fails.
Mm-hmm.
So good to know.
Very important to pull out the death trap, the death, like the death die known as the D4, because you don't want to step on one.
Yeah.
Yep. Or it'll do 1d4 damage to you.
That's why they call them caltrops.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you don't want to step on a metal one either. I've not done that, but I know it's gonna be more painful than just the freaking regular die.
It would definitely be more painful.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I have like 2 sets of metal dies, so.
Depending on the metal, it could definitely do max damage of 4 to your foot.
Oh, yeah.
That's 5 psychic damage to it. As I insulted, saying, what, even in death you can't dress better than that?
Nice.
Bring that the rest of your afterlife.
Okay. Yeah, I love how everybody's doing like psychic damage to an unthinking undead zombie.
It has disadvantage
It can't
on
even
its
cross,
next
but
attack
it
roll
doesn't
as
hurt.
well.
Yeah, the only thing it's immune to is poison. So, well, it also can't be knocked prone. But anyway.
I don't think either of those matter.
Nope. So I added the damage. It's still looking pretty good for a undead zombie with an axe sticking out of its forehead. And roll at the end of your turn the wisdom saving throw to see if you can get rid of the effects of the fear.
You got it.
I'm about to throw my die, okay? It was almost on the 17, and then it just went to the 3.
Oh,
You
are still
do it.
feared. Okay. So that was Cynthia. Pokiki, it is your turn.
I'm gonna do Word of Radiance. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Ooh, it's got a +3 to this one.
Unfortunately, the only one that I have that's Wisdom save is also the Dissonant Whispers, so I couldn't do
And
that.
it makes its saving throw. Well, what is your DC?
The DC
It's
is
16,
15.
right? 15.
15.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely makes it save.
Okay, let me see if there's damage for... It's half damage, I forget.
What is it?
Word of Radiance.
cantrip. You know.
I mean,
Yeah,
oh, it's not
pretty
bad.
sure it is.
Guys,
Yeah, so no half damage, sadly.
my Twitch chat is telling us something. Both of the Pokemon back to back that have appeared are
Yeah.
spider Pokemon.
Okay. I tried. Oh, I should have just summoned my Shadow Ally. Hold on.
Wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn unless you would like to move or use a bonus action.
I would like to do wisdom. I'm not gonna move further away. I don't want to, but I will try a wisdom save.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good. 13 plus my wisdom is plus 7, I think. So
Okay, yeah.
dirty.
You are no longer afeared.
Hey.
I'm no longer feared. Okay, yay. That's it for my turn. I tried.
Okay, Draxton, it's your turn.
You did it.
You are in melee combat with it. It stepped up and tried to smack you. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna smack it back with my great axe,
Okay, roll to hit.
and I get to use my reckless attack.
Okay,
This is
that
actually
gives you
a melee.
advantage.
He says, smack that. All of a sudden, the A
17
starts
plus
playing.
7.
That is a hit. It is going to use its reaction. It brings its free hand down to touch the holy symbol that it is holding with its other hand. And as you impact it, go ahead and roll damage.
That is going to be 12 magical slashing damage.
Okay, let me write that down. That is it's starting to look rough. Actually, it's starting to look bloodied because that was a lot of damage. As you impact it, its holy symbol and the octarine crystals in its wounds pulse with magical chaotic light and flare throughout the area around it. And I need you to make a DC 14 Constitution save.
Alright.
You can do it.
That is a 19.
You succeed. You're only going to take half damage from 8d8 damage.
Oh.
Damage,
It is necrotic.
half that as well.
Oh!
Bear totem.
There we go. All right, so let's see how much damage total.
Psychic damage, he takes.
That's 20.
So I'm only taking a quarter damage, baby.
That is 31, 36, 39.
Curious how you did that.
So
I don't remember great.
1/4 of 39 would be 9 points of damage. You take 9 points of necrotic damage, and you can see that the axe that was stuck in its forehead falls to the floor at your feet as the wounds in its body begin to seal.
Alright, I have another attack.
Okay. And let's see, how do we do that?
I'm
That would
looking
be...
a tiny bit rough.
Tiny bit?
On a scale of 1 to 51, I'm a 34.
Okay, I'll heal you on my turn and then just mock this thing to death.
Alright, that is gonna be a 19 to hit.
Okay.
Right.
That definitely hits.
Ooh! And that is gonna be another 11 slashing damage. As Draxton
Alright.
this time tries to swing it in such a way that he sort of like cuts free the holy symbol from this thing.
That would have had to have been a called shot prior to the roll. You do damage it. I've already written down the damage. And your blow does land near the holy symbol and or chain around its neck. Maybe even in one of the hands or arms that it's using to touch or hold the holy symbol. But the DC or armor class of said attack, if you had called it, would have been much higher than its 15 natural armor class. Just so you know.
That
Yeah.
that's pretty much all I can do.
Okay. So that was Draxon. Now we go, unless you would like to try to move back away from it.
Nah.
Okay, you're staying. Yahasuri, it's your turn.
Okay, well, for start, I'm gonna try to move to have an angle on it because it's apparently standing pretty much right in front of Draxon. You know, I don't want to shoot Draxon, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, you can fire past him.
Okay.
Draxon is moving and a grooving with the flow of combat and his swings and whatnot. You try to time your shots to fly past him as he's making his attacks.
Here we go. And then this is where I roll a nat 1.
That would put it right in the back of Draxon's head.
Nope. Instead, I get for the first shot, that is a 17 plus 5 for 22.
Okay. That is a hit.
Alright, and then,
I would hope so.
of course, because you can only do it once per turn, first shot, Grisham going to use his reaction to infuse my arrow strike with a d6 of fire damage.
Okay.
And that is another dang 6 again for the fire damage.
Nice.
Where's this dice? There it is. It was a 4, 9, and another. Oh, that's more. That's 12. No. Wait, no. I'm doing math wrong.
6 plus 4 is 9.
Well, 6 plus 4 is 10.
No, 10. Sorry.
I was about
I
to
almost did the
say,
same
wait,
thing.
But
What? Sound right.
6 plus 4
Oh.
is 10.
no, but
Plus
the
your modifier.
yeah, it was 5. I did math wrong. I almost said
So
17.
15.
Yeah, 15. I
Okay.
was like, wait, there's no way this adds up to 17. What am I doing?
Okay, so that is...
With 6 points of it being fire damage again.
Okay.
Yes, it is
Drax.
the wonderful world of D&D and all the math.
I know. I usually
Math rock.
save all my math for today, and now I'm fucking up the math.
Yahasuri,
Yes.
how do you want to do this?
Oh. All right. Well, as I pull back the bowstring and let loose the arrow, it goes kind of shimmering with fire as it impales the zombie ghost thing, and I don't know, we'll say in the head because it's dying. In the head, and it kind of just in a little bit of flame as it
Its head gone.
no
15 points of damage to a
Well,
medium humanoid head.
I guess it could be, yeah.
A large portion of the back of its skull disappears in a blast of flame as the arrow is probably splintered on the inside of its skull as it explodes out the back of its skull. The
Yeah.
magical glow from the crystals in its wounds and the holy symbol immediately wink out, and the magic keeping it floating a foot off the floor also immediately wink out, and it collapses in a heap of unmoving undead flesh with a faint glow coming from 3 octarine crystals in the wound at the side of its head and neck. Very similar to the small crystal that
Oh
you guys
my.
already have in the
Excuse me.
vial in the bag of holding.
Oh.
Oh, and also, you would all immediately recognize, all of you that were there to witness Sophia's divination, the holy symbol is the exact same one of the moon goddess's temple that needs to be inserted into the stone indentation at the base of the grassy area with the tree in the central courtyard to make the stairs, the spiraling stairs up here.
I'm not
So
touching
if
it.
you would her mage hand to grab that corpse.
E.
Yes, you can easily fly up since you're close enough to use your magical mage hand to. There's kind of little bits and pieces of undead brain matter hanging on to the end of the chain as you pull it off around its neck.
Once they get it close enough to me. There we go.
Some of the bits of some of the bits of crystal in the wound at the side of its head and neck break off, and you can see that one of those octarine crystals of delirium clatter to the floor as you pull the chain free from its corpse and float it up to you. You now have a holy symbol of the goddess of Saloon. Yeah, the moment that you touch it, you immediately get one of those. Since you have your synced with one of the godstones, you get one of those little notifications like you got when you found the lantern. You have found an important quest item.
Well, I guess this is the thing we need.
Oh yeah,
I'll pop that into my bag. Oh, yeah.
Can Draxon attune to his godstone now?
Yeah, if you want to, there is,
also,
I do believe you have to be taking a short rest or something, or a long rest to do so, to actually focusing on it. Yeah. And during that hour's time focusing on attuning to it, but yes, you could. And if you guys wanted to at this point take a short rest, you guys could adjourn back up to the 4th floor where there's all those rooms, the acolyte rooms, or you can find a nearby chamber that you guys could hole up in to take a short rest if you wanted to use your hit dice to recover damage.
Now,
I didn't hear if anyone healed Draxon.
I was trying to say I'll help heal Draxon. Healing word level 2 because I don't have any level 1 slots left. So it'll
Now,
be
hey, if you are going to take a short rest to recover hit points and attune to a magical item and rest, my suggestion would be not to waste the spell slot, because a short rest will not get you those spell slots back.
yeah.
That's true.
I'm not a warlock.
No, but Sophia is a warlock sorcerer class, so she can burn through spells into points and convert them into magic.
Warlock back slot, which is separate from the regular slots.
Yep. So she can quite easily cast a healing spell and recover some of her magic during a short rest, if she needed to. But again, short rest if you guys want to take it. I just need you guys to find a good place to do so. Do you want to stay here in the hallway next to the corpse of the undead moon elven priest?
Oh no, definitely not.
No, thank you.
Do you want to open one of the nearby doors in this hallway to see if there's a nearby room you could barricade yourselves up
Why
into?
don't we go to the acolyte rooms that we found before?
Yeah,
Those
we
are a
can
little
continue.
smaller, but yeah, you could probably all fit into one.
Now,
Well, there's also we can rest in multiple rooms if we have to.
yeah.
True.
But-
I recommend we buddy up.
But the real
Two
question,
persons in each room.
but the real question is,
Yeah.
to the person who's not attuned to the Godstone, how much XP does he not get, but technically get? So I can
Write down 500.
Okay, because
Actually, no. This was a special one.
even though I'm
write
not
down-
getting the benefits, I'm keeping track of what I'm killing in the XP from it.
Write down 1800.
Ooh,
Mm.
1800 zombie ghost.
This thing was very deadly.
Zombie ghost priest. Written down 1500 XP.
I mean, that was an 8d8 necrotic damage that Draxton took.
Well,
He was lucky.
And
Yeah.
I just went no.
it was.
If I took and gave you the base damage rather than rolling it, it would have been a flat 36. I rolled 39, so I always like rolling dice.
Same.
What part of the fun?
I still said no to the damage.
Mm-hmm.
You will
You
not be
straight up
getting
nope
today.
that bitch. Okay. The zombie priest is dead. You guys have. Is anybody going to attempt to collect the 3 delirium shards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so do you have a vial big enough for all 3?
Yes.
Oh,
Sophia.
yeah,
Sophia?
I have another vial.
I have a vial as well.
What?
So yeah, each one of you could. Pokikis, Yahasuri, and Cynthia, each one of you could very carefully scoot one of those shards into the vial and put the cork on it. And the empty vials that you got from Sophia that had the potion of frost resistance in it are going to be put to good use. And you guys can each write down 1 tiny shard of delirium. And that's what the description of yours for Draxton should be in his list. A tiny shard of delirium.
Okay. I'll carefully put it into my bag of holding as I'm waiting.
Same.
Okay.
Goes into
So
my
you guys
bag.
head back up to the acolyte chambers on the 4th floor. Break up in pairs and share a couple of the acolyte rooms.
Well,
Who's going to be in different rooms?
well, see, now there's the question: how do we break into pairs when there's 5 of us?
Technically 6, you and Gresham.
Oh, true. But he's always
one
he's always with me.
So I would say, how many people can actually fit into a room, though?
Probably 2.
Well, they're small one-person bedrooms. Like I said, there's a bed, there's a nightstand next to the bed, just underneath the little porthole window, and then at the opposite wall of the bed is a desk with a single chair. So, if there was a second bed in the room, 2 people could easily sleep in here without problem. But it's made for 1 person.
I would
It's
also
probably no more than 10 feet square.
I could also argue the 2 giant beefy dragonborns probably take up a lot of space in the rooms. Even
So
more
that
so in
means that-
Draxon's case.
That means that Pokiki, being the smallest, should room up with Draxon, right?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Okay. So that leaves Cynthia and Sophia in the 3rd room. Okay. You guys all settle down for a quick rest. If you guys wanted to, you could slide the desk, since it's the heaviest piece of furniture in the room, against the door because they swing inward, and easily make sure that no one will be able to disturb you while you take your hour rest. You can use your hit dice to recover any hit points you may have taken in damage. And if you have any abilities or spells that are recoverable during that time, you may do so. Now I need to take a look at
Oh, I
Sophia.
have my
Yeah.
Oh, I have an ability
I
to
have so
pull
many
out the
things.
bag of magic dragon weed.
I get nothing from a long rest, so I'm just chilling with Draxon.
I'm Cynthia's just resting. Oh, she has Song of Rest.
What?
Song of Rest. I still never saw it from the old one. You can use soothing music or oration to help revitalize your wounded allies during a short rest. If you or
Okay.
any friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending one or more hit die. Each of these creatures regain an extra 1d6, but that increases. Okay, it's a 1d6, so it increases to 1d8.
Okay. So basically, anybody using their hit dice to recover hit points gets an additional
As-
1d6 hit points recovered.
Yeah, as Cynthia is currently resting and like just playing on her lute and such, playing a nice little
Okay.
tune.
And then from
Good.
Yanasuri's room, you hear, I was gonna clean my room, but then I got high.
Ooh.
Because we're resting. I am taking out some
Of course.
dragon
Time
weed.
for a pot break.
Gonna
Okay.
roll it up, and I think you said what? It's a
Because he's just by himself with Grisham.
yeah. I think you said it's what? It's a what was it? A D10 or a D12? I roll on the table, Norm.
For the
For the-
table. Let me
for-
grab my
Remember, it has I think it was a black background.
yes, black background. I gotcha. Looking it up now. Black background. Black background.
Okay, I healed
There
almost
it is.
already to full, and I didn't even use that extra D whatever.
Nice.
6?
Yeah,
You need to roll a D10.
D10. Okay.
Yeah, 3.
Boom. 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 9.
A 9, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is gonna?
Okay.
What chaos is about to happen?
Charisma saving throw.
Okay. Let's get super high. Charisma, that is a 13.
A 13. Okay, you managed to save.
Oh.
What was the effect he saved from?
Can I choose not to save?
No.
Why?
So,
He's one of the chaos lizards.
I'm a chaos lizard. We need
So-
decay.
for the next 2 hours,
Oh.
you gain advantage on saving throws to prevent fright
Oh.
and fear, and advantage on any saving throw involving someone attempting to intimidate.
Oh, alright. Let me erase a dose. I only have 15 left now.
Hmm.
At the rate you're going through them, you're probably gonna have to get. You're probably gonna have to see that fairy dragon again.
I don't have any more gems to trade.
Okay. And you, since you made your
Right,
saving
we
throw, you
forgot,
don't
yes.
get any of the bad effects.
What were the bad effects?
Bad effects would have been.
The ones I remember are from the table Kat found was I scream like something is on my leg and I'm frightened by it, like I see a snake on my leg. There was
No,
the
this one's different.
Also the one where everyone was bigger than you, because I
Yeah,
remember
you
Kat
shrink.
for her character.
There's the one where you think stuff is coming out of the walls and you start attacking the walls.
The user will tend to make foolhardy decisions and ridiculous boasts of power. Any attempt to encourage the user to commit acts of violence or danger will be hard to resist by the user, and the user has disadvantage on all charisma checks and saving saves apart from and intimidation.
Aw,
So that would have been the bad effect.
that sounded fun.
So, remember,
Well,
temporarily for the next 2 hours, you have advantage on all saving throws to prevent frighten and fear effects and any intimidation check.
okay, I'm gonna write
Okay,
write that down. As you all,
I need everybody to roll a d6.
so as you're all resting, you all of a sudden just start to smell like a skunky smell.
2.
1.
2, a 1,
6.
Uh-oh.
6.
You said advantage
Okay,
on.
You don't have to worry about advantage on this. This is a d6 roll.
No, but I'm just so I can remember because we're getting close to the end. So 2 hours advantage checks against
Yeah,
what?
advantage versus fear or frighten, and advantage on intimidation check. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Let
What
me,
is your d6 roll, Yahasuri?
let me get a d6 out.
I rolled a 4 for Sophia.
6.
Okay.
Sounds
To-
like there's encounter.
To Draxon, Yahasuri, and Sophia. You guys are able to rest without a problem for the hour. For Cynthia and Pokiki, you only faintly hear this in the background. You, of course, can hear coming through the wall from the next room the beautiful strains of Cynthia's music, granting you all that restful peace and mental wellness that allows you to recover better. But in the background, and it almost seems as though it's coming from outside the tower in the distance, you hear a faint strain of music, attempting to play a counterpoint melody of almost magical accompanying. And Cynthia, to you, since you're the one playing it, you're also the one who rolled the 1.
Oh, that was pure luck. That was timing.
You hear the strains of magical music far in the distance, very faintly, responding to the vibration of the magical melody that you are playing for your friends and allies. And you can feel that it's attempting, at a distance, vaguely, to bolster and strengthen your magic to help your allies.
Oh.
I want everybody who had to roll hit dice to recover damage to roll an additional d6 and gain that as temporary hit points.
Ooh. I don't get anything because I was already at max HP, so I didn't need to.
I was not, but I don't know if I was actually gonna roll anything. Like,
Okay, I'm
I
going to roll
wasn't.
d6 for Sophia because she used the hit dice to recover as well. So she has an additional 3 temporary hit points on top of her regular d6 temporary. She rolled that for 3 more. There we go. Okay. So anybody that used their hit dice to recover hit points, roll a d6. Add that as a temporary hit point plus 3. Any damage you take comes from the temporary hit points first before it goes to your base pool. And for Cynthia, as you get up from the bed, Sophia kind of resting with her head down on the desk, you step up to lean against the nightstand and look out through the little porthole window. And you can't see it from here, but you can feel it through the vibrations of the music that over to the west, somewhere near that frozen lake and waterfall, is that accompanying music playing along to your tune.
And it sounds like, don't go chasing waterfalls.
I was half thinking of doing that, but then remembering Cynthia wouldn't do that alone, because it would be dangerous.
Stick to the rivers
Unless
you
something
used to.
was basically making it where she would have to. For some reason, like a save or something that makes it like a compulsion.
Okay. Your short rest comes to an end. You guys all get up, get ready, head out into the hall, meet up with each other.
As you see, Yahasuri's eyes are glazed over and red.
Again.
No,
Never mind, I smelled the weed.
Yahasuri is like bouncing on the walls of his feet. He seems energized, ready to go. He's got his hands on his weapons.
And high. He smells like weed.
Oh, you know what? I could have done something to help heal people too, but I keep forgetting about it.
What is
Okay.
it?
Those candles I have.
Oh yeah, you have those short rest candles that you could burn.
Keep forgetting about them.
It's fine.
Okay, so we have about 15 minutes left. You guys head back down to the 3rd floor
munching
and
on
begin to head into the
rations.
hallway where you have the encounter with the undead priest. The body is still there. And as you guys approach, you can see that the area of effect of the lantern that Pokiki is carrying. Oh wait, isn't Cynthia the one carrying the lantern?
Cynthia.
Yeah, Cynthia's the one carrying it. Pokiki has the same enchantment on her dagger.
But it's sheathed currently, so it's not. It's yeah. So as the corpse comes into the area of effect of the lantern that Cynthia is carrying, you can see that the wisps of fading octarine light and greenish fog from the crystalline wound on its neck and the side of its head are suppressed or washed away in the magic of the lantern. And you guys are able to pass by the corpse and get to the first set of doors on either side of this hallway on the 3rd floor. Drax, if you guys are maintaining the same party formation, are you going to check for traps on the door with an investigation check?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure
Oh,
when
no.
I know there's no traps.
What'd you roll?
I rolled an 8. I have a 10 minus 2.
Okay. Valid.
Your thumb depresses the locking mechanism or the latch mechanism, and you swing the door inward, and you find what looks like a 20-foot wide by 40-foot long classroom. You're at the back of the room, and there is little cubbies against the wall to your left, where people could put personal items or writing materials are stored in these little cubbies. But there are small student desks and chairs, about 10 of them, scattered throughout the room in neat rows. and on the far side of the room is a desk, and behind it there is a full chalkboard.
Okay.
There's ancient Elven writing on the chalkboard from the last time somebody used this room over 100 years ago.
I,
The room has dust and
Probably.
cobwebs here and there.
I have something.
Yes.
You said the zombie ghost priest. It was using a mace, right?
It had a etherical mace of force, i.e., a spiritual weapon.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if it was he's using a mace, Yahasuri is.
Yeah, I forgot to smack somebody with that on his turn.
I was gonna say
But that's okay.
if it was an animate object, I would have Yahasuri would have picked it up.
Yeah, no, it faded from existence when his skull exploded.
Okay, never mind then. I was gonna add the mace to Yahasuri's collection, but
No. All right, you stand in the back of a classroom. And what do you guys like to do?
Investigate.
oh
See if we
shit!
find anything.
I hated school.
Oh.
Not again.
Okay. So everybody heads into the room. Everybody rolls an investigation check. Let's see what we find.
I got a 19.
Oh, wow.
I got an 11.
Hang on. I am not going to remember all this, so everybody remember your rolls.
Can do.
It's fine. There's nothing in the room.
There's
Okay.
a chalkboard.
This is
It's a
chalkboard.
classroom. You don't like school.
I'll just
I'll
just read the Elvish on the board.
Oh, yeah, it's a clerical hymn dedicated to the goddess Saloon. It looks as though it was about halfway done being written. It doesn't look complete. But yeah, it looks like they were attempting to teach acolytes hymns to sing to the goddess. Okay, we're gonna go backwards this time, and I think Drax went last time. So Drax, you're gonna go first. What did you roll on your d20?
11.
An 11.
Oh,
Okay.
I probably found fucking shit.
Roll a d6
Found
and a
something.
d10.
D6 is a 4.
Okay.
D10 is a 2.
In one of the cubbies, in the back of the classroom, you find a wooden half mask, elegantly carved, and it's dyed with a black lacquer, and it covers the everything from above the nose up around the eyes to the forehead. You could probably uncomfortably fit it onto your face if you wanted to, but it looks more fitted to the more delicate features of an elven person. There's intricate patterns around the eyes as if somebody had carved little vines and runic symbols into the wood around the eye.
Dragon sort of holds up the Massacon. I found this. Whatever this is.
Interesting.
Best viewers, no, banned.
Okay. So you find that. Now we go, let's see, who is next? Yahasuri, you were next up. What did you roll for your d20?
8 for
An 8?
investigation.
Okay. Roll a d6 and a d10.
I was gonna say, if it's nothing, can I change it to instead of investigating, I'm writing naughty words in the board. Okay, 2 for the d6
Uh-huh.
and 1 for the d10.
Okay. In one of the cubbies, you find a handful of fur.
What?
Make a nature's check.
Okay. Nature. Can it be survival?
No.
It could.
It can.
It could.
Okay, because if it's survival, that changes a 6 to a 15.
Oh,
You're pretty sure that this is deer fur of some kind. Maybe elk, but somewhere along one of those lines. It's just like a handful of fur tucked in the back corner of one of the cubbies at the back of the classroom.
Thank God it wasn't something degenerate.
Pokiki, I believe you were next.
I
19.
I hold it up and go.
19?
I found for.
Okay, 19. Roll a d6 and a d10.
3 on the d6, 9 on the d10.
Okay. You find a small, intricately carved wooden box. It fits in the palm of your hand, and it's got a little swing latch on the front of it. Do you open it?
Yeah.
Inside is a white powder.
Oh,
And on the
shit.
inside lid, there is a intricately embroidered description in Elvish of what the powder is.
I speak
it-
Elvish.
It says, Vorgarden's famous medicated foot powder.
Aw.
Foot powder?
Yes.
It's not
It's
the
probably
Okay.
long since expired.
not the fun white powder.
Of course not. Why
Um,
would the fun white powder be in a classroom?
It would probably work really good on the inside of your boots, especially if you've been walking for a while and your feet are getting sweaty.
And Twitch, I'm just joking. There is no fun white powder unless you're cooking and using flour.
Yeah.
Or sugar.
Or
Or
powdered
sugar.
That's
Yeah.
white powder. Powdered
Yeah.
sugar.
Yes.
Okay. Last
Just for the sake of my notes, what did the thing say again? Who's foot
Vor.
powder?
It's Vorgarden. That's VOR Garden. Vorgarden's
Vorgarden's
famous
foot powder.
famous medicated foot powder.
Okay. Well, I don't do
And-
much walking anymore since I got the broom, so I probably don't need this.
You can put it back, or you can
Probably.
take it with you, write it down on your inventory, or hand it to one of the other
I'll give
characters
it
if
to
you want.
Siri. He's probably gonna need it.
Yeah, sir, you want this white powder?
White
For your
powder?
feet.
Oh.
It's for your feet.
Well, I mean, I do walk a lot. It could
Yeah.
help.
Okay, yeah. You can write that down. Now, Cynthia, roll what was your D20?
Well, first I got a 10 investigation.
Okay.
And I rolled a 6
So that-
on the D20 again.
A 6.
Okay. Yeah, and then the 6, or I'm guessing the D20 rolled, and I gotta roll a 6.
And then a D10.
Okay, that's 4 on the D6. And I just had to find my D10. And that's 5.
A 5.
6 on the yeah, 6 on the D20, 4 on the D6, and 5 on the D10.
As you are finishing up the last of the investigation of this room, you do find in the middle drawer of the desk, as you pull it out, you find a hunk of meat and bread with dead maggots or weevils.
Gross! No, she immediately
This-
drops that. Gross.
No, you didn't even touch it. You just opened the drawer and there it was. It looks like a half-eaten sandwich. That it's been there so long, the maggots died.
Close the drawer immediately. Say, don't look in that drawer. I'm not joking. Ugh. She just looks disgusted. What she found. Gross.
Killing corpses in the hallways of ancient temples, but a half-eaten, moldy sandwich with dead maggots. Ugh.
It's unthinkable.
Honestly, she thought that was gross too. So.
Honestly,
Okay.
I feel like Cynthia would have that same reaction if she found the cod piece instead of Yasuri.
Right. Now, did anybody on their
I didn't
investigation
even know
check?
what that was until I actually saw the image.
Did anybody on their investigations check roll a 20 or higher? Because I think the highest I heard was 19.
Yeah, that was the highest I got.
Okay. You guys proceed through the third floor room, and a majority of these rooms are set up as classrooms, or they have benches and lecterns for students to sit in on lectures. All of the rooms have chalkboards behind the desks or lecterns. And you don't really find much else besides the oddball, left behind, unimportant piece of random flotsam. And you begin to head down to the second floor. On this floor, you start to find locked door after locked door after locked door. And the doors are much further apart. There is a total of 4 doors on the inside circle of this long hallway, and a total of 6 doors on the outside of the circle of this long hallway that stretches from stairwell to stairwell, all the way around the circumference. Do we want to end there for today on the second floor at all these locked doors?
Seems like a good
Seems like a
stopping
good,
point.
good stuff.
Okay.
I just
When we pick up next week, we're on the second floor, locked doors, and given the space between the doors, you're all guessing that the rooms beyond are going to be, again, larger than the rooms on the third floor that had classrooms.
I just find it weird outside a game that it seems they left in a hurry, but at the same time they had enough time to lock the doors.
Yeah? Maybe the doors automatically lock when they're closed, and the only way to unlock them were... Yeah, you'll notice when you close that door on the 5th floor access to the roof area, I didn't tell anybody to roll to lockpick the door locked again. When Draxon said he went up and closed it, I told him that it automatically locked.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay.
Alright.
Any other last minute questions, comments, concerns?
Nothing I can think of.
All right, don't forget to leave a like and a follow over there on Sharky's website, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week.
On his Twitch.
Yeah, on the Twitch. I did see a new name in chat they've been watching for a bit. I hope you enjoyed. At least when I'm available, because it's my channel, we stream every Sunday. when I am able
whenever
to.
we can.
Well, hopefully next Sunday we'll be able to pick this up where we left off and find out what is next for the Crimson Stars and the Chaos Lizards.
Yes.
And we'll see if Yahoo-Suri will get high again.
Tis not
I
a
think
matter of
that's a
if,
guarantee.
but when.
It's a matter of when.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Alright,
if
till
it
next
will
time.
next session or if it will be another session. By the way, he will get high.
Yes.
He will.
It'll just be.
He will get high, and this is a threat.
And we'll also see how much damage Draxon tanks next time.
Exactly. You did really well.
We'll see
You
if
made
we
a
can
very
avoid
good
the
tank.
mimic doors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Alright.
The only thing
I
I'm weak to is psychic damage.
Yeah, brain hurty. The brain
Insults still
hurty
hurt,
damage.
even if muscle's big.
Well, I'm glad you guys
Yeah,
could make
yeah.
it, and I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah. Always.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
See you guys
Bye.
See y'all later.
How do I do this again? Let's see, that button, and then...
Yeah, it's just me. Again, to the person I saw, new name I see hanging in chat. Hi, hello. If you can hear me, hope you enjoyed. If you do, hit that follow button. Hopefully soon, if I can get everything together, it'll say. I'm not asking you to, but if you want to, I'm hoping soon it says subscribe down there soon. I just got to do some out of stream things. And before I go, let's see if there's someone I know who's also small like me who is streaming, and we'll raid them. Let us see here. Let us see what looks fun to go from D&D to. I actually don't see, fortunately, any of the smaller streamers I know. Unless you count Tim the Tatman's VOD channel with only 105 views. So, no follow today. But, thanks for watching. Again, if you enjoyed. To the new person. It'd mean a lot to me if you followed. But I will see you next time, whether it be a whole week for this, or I decide to randomly stream a game during the week, even though I have a schedule, I never follow it, except for Sundays. So, I hope to see you next time.